Be right.
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys, man? It's good to see every single one of y'all, man. Welcome to the B-Ride Show. Welcome back, boys and guys. I got a big special today. We're back with the second to last group of Yellow City Comedy. Everyone, I want you all to meet. We'll start off with Preston. Give a round of applause for my boy, Preston.
Hello, everybody. Follow me at Preston Got Jokes on TikTok and Instagram if you want. If not, then just like them and ever go back again. I don't know.
All right. And also, everyone, I also want you all to meet the handsome man. Everyone meet Morgan.
Hello. Brian, thank you very much for letting us be on the show.
And guys, we also have Denelli here. Denelli, give a round of applause for Denelli, everyone.
Hey, I'm so excited to be here.
And also, guys, we got a special guest. Well, not a special guest, but he's one of my favorite guests. Everyone, please welcome Javier Zamora.
What's up, guys?
Thank you all for being here. Every single one.
Thank you for having
Thank you
us,
guys
bro.
so much, man. How y'all been?
Good.
Been great.
I just want to say
Good.
thank you so much. And special was the right word to use for Javi. But
Starting this podcast off with a bang.
Yeah.
So guys, just so y'all are aware, this is the rookies of Yellow City Comedy here in Amarillo, Texas. These guys are Preston, are you considered Yellow City yet? Or not yet?
Yeah,
Or what's
yeah,
up? Are you
yeah.
working
yeah,
there?
do I get that?
Yeah, I got him in that group.
Is he
What
part
they
of that
added.
group chat, y'all?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm proud of you, man. Good job. You're really funny, Preston. Straight up, you really
Thank
are.
you. Thank you. I try. I think a lot about it all the time. So I'm glad I'm funny. If I wasn't funny, then I think about it for no reason. So
Yeah. Well, it's good meeting you, man. Morgan, thank you for coming on. Finally, are you going to be on the show? Finally,
I hope so.
you're going to be on my show.
Colin, if you're listening to this, I'm ready. Maybe. I think so.
Colin,
me too.
he's ready.
Kinda.
He's ready, Colin. And Denelli, obviously, you've already been on the stage, man. It's good.
Yeah, I've been in 2 shows, but I'm ready for more.
Colin, our favorite. Yeah. So, man, how's everybody doing, man? Let's go ahead and freestyle for a sec. How you been?
Doing good. Doing good. A little bit tired from the Element show last night.
Yeah,
Went
that
pretty
was
late last night.
Yeah.
It was really fun, though.
Joe, was it?
Yeah, we had some new comedians and some new audience members
Yeah,
that
yeah,
laughed
it was
a
pretty
lot,
cool.
which I really liked.
Did it get pretty packed out there? I have not been there yet.
It doesn't, but it did,
Yeah.
kind of.
Last
It
night.
has its spurts.
Yeah, we're starting to get more people, man.
That was a good night.
We're starting to, we're having consistency on the days now. You know, like we kept moving around. Now that it's steady, I think we can start getting an actual crowd.
And the word's starting to spread about that place.
That's good. I'm trying to get DJ Element on here. Right? That's his bar, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him on here.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And then, I'll get to that guy in a second. But yeah, man, I'm trying to get more people on here.
Shout out Element.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to get.
Shout out Pal.
I'm actually we're fiction
wow.
we're fiction here on this channel. We're fiction to go to because the holidays are coming up, so I'm trying to get ready to close the season and start back up in January. So I'm really glad I'll have you guys on here, man. I really am.
Cool.
So. What's going on with everybody? Y'all guys were chatting earlier. What's going on?
Oh, I know they got all scared, bro. They're all worried now. Rookies, come on now.
I was really nervous to be on, but then today I was like, I'm really excited now. So
I've
Man.
been excited this whole time, but then I like, this was an hour before I got here. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so nerve wracking. It's going to be on so many sites. And I'm just kidding.
This is on YouTube. Next year, or in January, I'll get it all on Spotify and iTunes. It's just too much.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is so scary.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
they're-
kidding.
Their voices changed, bro. They're all worried. Look at them. They're all nervous, guys. Like first open mic.
I'm
I forgot.
nervous, dude. I'm getting nervous.
That's a lie, dude. I felt as an adult. I didn't text him until about like 6:15. I'm like, we're on for 7, right? And I was like, oh yeah, where's it at, by the way? And so I was also 10 minutes late. So
Why was that? Never mind. B-Ray, I want to tell you, you're like the Joe Rogan of Amarillo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Calm down. I'm not trying to be nobody. I'm just trying to be me.
No, you're really helping out.
Yeah, and I
a lot
appreciate
of
you, man.
local
I know
artists.
one thing I will say is that most podcasts they have everyone has the same goal. Mine's very, very different. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm just trying to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I think when I get Remy on here, I'll explain why like Yellow City and the musicians are like the big part of me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, I got a couple people left coming on, and then I was gonna say. So how's everybody going? How's everybody doing?
Man, it's been cool, dude. Like, I think everybody's a little, like I said, wiped out. 'Cause now we got 3 open mics a week, dude. Like when I first came up, the very first time I came on here, I think we had just started the circus room. Now we got Elements, the Crab. If I can get one more, I'll be happy. If I get one more, I'll settle down.
It's a little tiring.
I'll settle down and just be a good Amarillo comedian.
Yeah.
So, but nah, man, it's been pretty fun, dude. Last night, I got Preston opened up the show last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he opened. He's been opening a lot for us lately, dude. Like,
Yeah, Morgan. I wonder why.
Because you want to.
Yeah, I guess
you
you're
want
right.
to.
Hobby's like, who wants to go first? Me and Morgan look at each other.
He literally
Yeah, I do.
volunteers to go first.
yeah, and he takes one for the team. I told him I'm not gonna let him do that anymore.
So
I
I
told
get
him
to go
that.
second.
I like to go first, but I think it's better to know where all the positions to go in. So I try out middle. Going last is tough.
Is it really? I just thought it was all the same.
No. Where you go at in the lineup really matters.
I feel like I ate it really
If
hard
you-
when I went last at the Crab one time.
Wow.
If you go last, sometimes the crowd leaves, so then
Yeah.
you're
that
like
makes
not
sense.
really doing jokes to anyone, really.
Or they're
And
tired.
or if you start first, you set the mood for everyone. So if you bomb, it feels like
Okay.
And they're all for sure listening.
yeah.
Or if you go first and you bomb and you walk the crowd, people start leaving. Like that's their first. That's gonna be their impression of the rest of the night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
a lot of pressure.
like,
Yeah, I was like, whether the first person does good or bad, it really affects the second person because my bad, it doesn't affect the second person, but the second person is important because that's the one they listen to the most. Because after the first one, whether it's good or bad, they're like, all right, what is this about? Like, oh, we should stop talking.
the sweet spot. I don't know if y'all guys know this. The sweet spot is like 3 or 4.
Behind you.
Yeah.
Like
I agree
that's
with
the
that.
sweet spot.
Because they're
Hit
warmed
3 or 4.
up,
Yeah,
but they're not tired yet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now I actually do like closing like the Crab. I post the other two so I don't get to close, but like I do like closing. the
Crab's
Crab.
not a bad one because it doesn't go too late.
Well, and I think people are looking forward to seeing what the guy who's dressed like a Crayola box is going to say. You know what I mean? So I think I can hold people's attention for a while. So like, I do like going last. Like that doesn't bother me at all. But
And you can go as long as you want when you go last.
yeah, exactly. And then there's certain people like Jacob. He's good at going last.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, Jacob is like a forever last guy.
Yeah.
It's just because like his energy, you can't. It's just something. You just can't follow that shit. Like no matter how much energy you bring, you're just not gonna be what level of energy he's on. It's just,
Yeah, you have to flip it. If someone like Jacob's going up, or even like Saul, someone like Saul was full of energy, you have to go up there, and that's why I'm like I'm good. I'm like the yin to his yang, man. Like Saul goes up and just freaking murders, and he's goofy, funny, and everybody loves him. And then I go up and I'm just like, hey guys.
Really
You know what I
laid
mean?
back.
Yeah,
And then you
so-
have just like Saul with all this energy, and then
Yeah.
Javi after, like, hey, what's up?
I feel tired after Saul gets off the
Yeah,
mic.
dude. No, really, man. That dude just
I agree with that. It's just you feel like you
brings it.
ran.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those guys. I love to have those. I like to have Colin and I'm trying to do an end of the episode, like the end of the year show, and I really wanted Colin and Saul back, and then
Yeah,
2 other
definitely.
people just to close off my season in December. But I'll get in touch. Well, I'm pretty. Hopefully, Colin will be interested in doing it again.
I'm sure he will
But
be.
yeah,
man.
dude, yeah, those are like those 4, dude. Those 4 are my those are the top dogs. Kevin Mason, Gabe Casper, Colin Robinson, and Saul. Those 4 are like they're up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
every time I see, whenever I see like who's performing, if it's those 4, I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I see like Jacob Rapstein, I'm like, oh hell yeah, Kurt Jones, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Javier Zamora, hell yeah.
See, that's what was cool about doing Butlers with them, because it was those 4 guys and then me, and it was really cool because I was like, oh yeah, I can hold my own. Like I followed Saul, and I mean,
Which is a tough follow.
yeah. And it was I did really good. I was like, cool. I don't normally
Shout
pat
out
myself
Saul.
on the back. If you ever ask me after any show how I did, I'll tell you I did okay. That one I did good, man. I did really good. So like,
I wish I would've seen
it. Was
it.
cool. It was really cool. They wouldn't let y'all in.
But you know what trips me out the most about you guys? So like obviously whenever y'all do open mics, so it's like most of the time it's like a ha-ha, right? It's just chill, it's laid back, it's a good time, it's practice work. But I always try to tell people, man, go to an actual show and go to pay the general admissions and go into those actual shows, because y'all come up with different material that's even funnier that you won't hear in the crowd. And that's
Well,
why
it's
I'm like-
everybody's best stuff.
yeah, and,
Yeah.
and it's like, damn, because when I first met Javier, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's all right. But then he was on a show at Bomb City Vodka. He opened up, and he just a different set, and I was like, whoa. And it just made me laugh, and that's why I was like, "Wow!" So I always tell everybody, go check out Yellow City. I know y'all go to these open mics, but go to an actual show because they're actually really good. All of them. I'm being.
And
serious.
when you're paying to go to a show, you're gonna laugh more.
you're
That's
gonna
what it is. Like, it's funny though, because I feel like Bomb City was one of my worst performances, man. It was just not good. Like, I was not pleased with that. I left that stage, and I walked right off the stage, and I went to the bar, and I didn't even drink. I just stood out there, and I was just like, dude, I can't believe.
Well, you did good, so I don't know why
You
you're
really
saying
did
that.
good that time.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. But like,
It was just funny though, because you were like the whole time you just.
Yeah, he
pacing.
does that, though.
He, was
He paces.
He was pacing, walking this way, walking that way. Getting his notebook on his hand.
yeah, I don't even read any of the notes. Like, I carry, there's notes in it. I write all my stuff in there.
Yeah.
But most of the time, like, it's become a totem for me. It's just a security blanket. Like, I don't ever take it up on stage. But yeah, having it with me just feels good, I guess.
Yeah, I can't, man.
Like,
I'm excited for Preston. I can't wait for you to start. You know what I'm saying? Go up there.
I'm working on it. I'm actually getting a set.
Oh, are you?
I'm not getting one, but I'm trying to make one because
Dude, heck yeah,
I just be. I'm into quick jokes.
You're
I gotta make
good
one.
though. You're really good. Dude.
Thanks.
You're super good. I'll
This is
never
what-
forget. I'll never forget. It was on Tuesday, the circus room. Your first time I saw you, I was like, heck yeah, dude. I love to have him on a podcast. That was the first thing I thought when I first saw you.
I
Here
think
we
the
are.
first time that I ever saw Preston was at the circus room, and he was like, "What's worse than being colorblind?" And I yelled out and heckled him. I was all like, "Being actually blind!" Like,
Yeah, I do remember that. And she was right. It is worse than being colorblind.
thanks to my dad.
Shout
Shout
out
out,
your dad.
dad.
Shout out her dad.
I didn't realize Taylor had called out your dad for not being
Yeah.
blind
Oh,
as
you
well.
saw that? Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Dude,
And
I'm sorry.
Taylor, he
I
is
did not know
blind.
she was doing that when I tell you that.
Dude, I didn't want. I hope no beef was there because
No.
she said
That's all
that. She's
funny.
like, because I didn't out of the blue.
I was like, I love my Tay Tay. I could not be upset with her.
No, I always say that.
Does your dad listen to
That man
podcasts like
sees.
people watch
He-
movies or what?
I mean, he doesn't listen to podcasts very much, but he is like, he watches TV like everyone else, but now he
More
gets to
into
enjoy it better because there's audio description. So,
It's just,
And that's all your material. That's what Taylor said.
Yeah.
If your dad wasn't blind, that's all your material.
no, the rest of my material is the fact that I'm a white Mexican. Like,
Yeah. She has a couple more.
it was
I
just.
didn't
Not
get
all
that
your
far in that
material.
podcast, I guess. Or that,
But it is
Yeah.
a good source of material.
yeah. So, I mean, it's me. If it wasn't for my kids, like, that's 90% of my material.
When I stopped serving, it was hard to start. I was driving just now. I listen to stuff, so stuff pops up in my head. But that was all, y'all know that was my first material. I still have it, but
dude,
just
that's what I
serving
do
and
to
serving,
get
like, what?
ideas. Like,
Yeah.
I go on drives. That's like what I do on my free time because I don't have money for anything else but gas. So
She just makes fun
like,
of everybody she sees.
I'm just driving around and I look at like, decals and things like that. Or
That shit's funny. I like the decal joke.
yeah, dude, that's my funniest so far. Like,
Yeah, it's-
Javi told me on Tuesday,
Yeah,
he's like,
so-
dude, that joke kills. Your Catholic joke kills. I was
There
like,
is
that's
some
fine.
funny stuff on decals.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got that idea because of you with
Yeah,
your
the Trump-
decal joke.
No, and that was, I straight up did not change that at all. That was exactly the
No,
Trump.
I believe it.
Oh, I was gonna
Are we
tell-
5 minutes in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we
We're 12
filming?
We're 12. Yeah.
Bro, we're in this thing. We are 20
Oh,
minutes deep,
shit.
Morgan. 20 minutes deep. You never lasted this long, have you?
No, not even close.
There we go.
So you talk about hitting a homeless man, right?
Yeah.
So I don't try to tell you to say it's one of your jokes, but I actually hit a homeless man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know why I want to talk about this right now.
And it bothered you because you're young.
Yeah, bro,
I
let's-
did. I called my mom immediately.
If you're
It was
my
the
age,
first-
it won't
Let's
bother you.
confess to crimes right now,
Yeah.
guys. Everybody.
He just admitted to a crime.
all, "Cut that, cut
The
that."
cops were, bro, literally, you know what the cops told me? This is the best part of the whole story. I need to work this out. But the cops literally went up to me and said, he's getting a ticket because there was no crosswalk.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I hope that Austrian
got
guy
his
sees
annotated.
this, bro. I hope the Austrian guy sees this.
Oh, yeah.
he had a golf cart, so I hit the golf cart and him. And when they took him off in the ambulance, the cart was sitting there on the sidewalk, and my mom goes, "Who's gonna give him his all his stuff?" And the cop is like, "It's just gonna sit there, and hopefully it's not gone when he gets back." And I'm sitting over there like, "Mom, I just hit him with my car. Like, he's all worried about his stuff."
It's only his whole life.
Yeah,
His whole
he's getting he's getting some meals at the hospital. You know. Sorry, that was bad. If anything, I'm giving back to the homeless. So. Shout out to that
Yeah,
guy.
me
I'm
on
just kidding.
Tuesday at the
He was fine. He
circus
was
room,
alive.
we had an Austrian guy there, man. And he was not too happy with our jokes. They were PCing us.
there. Oh,
Yeah,
I would have done
bro.
the worst jokes I
And,
had. Just
yeah, he got really angry because I made a joke about his name.
People found out that he was like really PC, and so everybody just turned up the heat.
hell yeah, I would have too.
dude,
I would've just fucking-
everybody just like it was just us three or us four. Carrie, we love you.
Shout out,
Yeah.
Shout out Carrie.
Carrie, I want her.
Carrie is
I
so
really,
funny.
I really like her. Here,
I would
probably
love.
January.
Yeah, Carrie is one of my. She's one of my favorite people on this planet. Like, she's just so
Bro, she
funny.
has a different just look on stuff. Like her jokes are just like I would never get to there. Wherever she gets to, I'd never get there.
No,
Ever.
not at all. Not at all, man. Like me and her
Like
we sat
ever.
there. Well, like one day she came to me and she told me the idea of one of her jokes, and I was like, "Yeah, that's good." I was like, "Work it out." It was rough, and she was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, work it out." And like by the next Tuesday, she had it perfect.
Yeah.
Like it was perfected. And I was just like, "Dude."
It's cool to see like when one of y'all go up there and y'all say a joke and you know like you've heard it a couple times and really either nobody was listening or you didn't really say it right, and then you fucking y'all say it and you're just like you just want to stand up and fucking applaud.
Yeah,
and
dude.
just give like
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you, Morgan. You know.
thanks. I love you too.
See, that's most of comedy is just trying it over and over again until you figure out why putting this word in front of
Yeah.
this word is funny.
It's the it's the littlest subtleties that make
Yeah.
it so much funnier.
Yeah, man. I mean, like the other day at the 806, I told my joke about my daughter beating me up, and I used hip toss,
Yeah.
getting hip tossed by a teenage girl.
Instead of what, double leg?
Well,
No.
it's been suplexed, it's been body slammed, and beat up are the other three that I've used. And when I used hip toss, it worked. And I was like, cool, man.
I feel like it's
Sometimes-
because you're so little, so they can actually like physically see you get.
Yeah,
hip
you
tossed.
can be tossed.
Well, I don't know if people know what even if they don't know what a hip toss is, it sounds funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does
yeah.
sound
And
funny.
I remember, like, with my first joke that I ever told, like, Javi came up to me and his feedback was, maybe if you put, like, Spanish word in there, like cajones. And I was just like, okay, I see you. And so I tried that, and I had tried that for so long, and then I was getting ready for my first show. And, what was it? I had thrown in just a random Spanish word. I was like, pelotas, you know? And he was like, dude, that's funnier. And I was like, I thought so. Like,
Yeah.
'cause-
Yeah,
That was one of
that's
the things
way
I wrote
funnier.
down whenever you did the cactus show.
yeah.
Was that those Spanish words you threw in there it did make it hit harder.
Well, like when I do give people like advice, same thing when y'all give me advice. When I give people advice, I don't expect y'all to take it literal. I'm just trying to workshop. Say, hey, there's something we should workshop in there. Like I don't know what word it is. I'm gonna say what word comes to my mind, but like we should workshop something in there. And that's what that was. And when she said pelotas that night, I died. I was like, that's it. I died.
So just so everyone understands, so every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, Yellow City likes to do open mics. So Tuesdays they have the circus room. Every Wednesday they like to have the
First and third,
first and third
Is,
the
crab.
and the crab, and then the
third and fourth is the 806.
the 806. Oh really? Oh okay.
Yeah.
And then Thursdays is the
Elements,
Elements.
Shot
Bar,
Bar and Lounge. Shout
So-
out Roof Guru.
So if you guys are interested in looking into comedy, if you want to try comedy, go hit these guys up and go and show up. Just sign up, man. It's
We
actually
need
fun.
more women.
Yeah, they need more women. They really need
So
We need
more.
more
far, it's just
kinfolk.
me, Tay Tay, and Carrie. And Tay Tay is not in Amarillo
That's enough.
anymore.
Well, no, we got Jennifer.
Oh,
Yeah.
We got
Is that one
Jennifer,
lady's
bro.
name?
Jennifer,
Yeah.
that's the big old lady.
She's
or the
definitely,
big
uh,
elder.
She's definitely old because she says that.
Yeah, that's what
30
she
times
says.
a
She
night.
always says she's old. I'm not calling her old because I think she's old. I think she's kind of hot. But you know what I mean? I might have an elder woman kink. I don't know, bro. I want both those old ladies to do some weird things to me. I'm gonna be real. Bro.
Wow, Javi.
See, whenever he gives a warning about this going on the internet, I don't care.
Next time I'm going after her so I can just roast her on her set because she fucking zinged me this last Thursday.
Well, she warned everybody. She was walking around telling
Yeah,
everybody,
I know,
I'm
but
gonna roast
like-
everyone.
But she told me that the joke that I said that was in layup was funnier than my whole set. It kind of hurt my feelings, so I just want to go after her next time.
At least she didn't come and just stand and stare you down like she
yeah.
did
Oh my
Mo,
gosh,
bro.
she.
How did you feel about
She
that?
was like
dude?
so close to me that I was like
Okay, so
cross-eyed.
what's going on now? Who is it?
So I think it was the second time, the first time we were at Elements. There was these ladies there, you know. She told me her age. I don't feel comfortable, but you know, she always says I'm old enough to be your mom. Is what she tells me. She is. And they do like a dance class or whatnot. They were up there just having fun, and they saw us. And she went up there. She asked if she could go up, and she went up there and just crushed.
Yeah.
She's just real funny.
And I had to follow her, and
Yeah.
it shook me big time.
Yeah, and she likes to talk. She's
a
cool,
lot.
man.
Yeah, she
Do,
is.
do
Yeah.
have I seen her before? Have
I don't know if you've seen Jennifer yet. She's tall.
Did I say
She went to the crab once.
Is she the one that I was
The
all like, is
circus
she
friend.
lesbian? Was it that girl? Remember?
Yes.
I saw one. Okay.
Yeah, she was wearing the shoulder pad shirt. She was wearing the shirt
I
with
like her.
shoulder
She's-
pads. You're
I
right.
don't know much about her, but
Yeah,
she
yeah,
doesn't
no,
know me.
when she last night, dude, she did a good set. I mean, it was pretty funny.
Heck yeah, man.
I just got
Divorcee
to.
that likes to dance.
Yeah, she loves to dance.
What
man.
kind of
She's-
dance though did she say?
They
All
take
dance.
dance classes. That's why they show up.
Yeah, all
kind of-
dances.
what?
She had me dancing with her the
Like
first time we
Latin
met.
dance.
Oh, okay.
She's super cool, bro. She's funny. She likes to. My favorite thing is whenever you find a person who likes to talk crap as much. You know what I mean? She can dish it, but she can take it. Like we can say whatever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't get mad. And I was like, man, she's cool.
Yeah.
So like, hopefully we get her. I know we had what was that guy? Kevin last night.
Mhm.
Kevin?
He was a
There was
new
3
guy.
new comedians.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
we were talking
A black guy too. That's funny.
I was
I
gonna
just
say,
thought
yeah,
about
we
that.
Got one.
Yeah, Kevin. He tried it out and he was okay.
Was that
I
was
don't
he sitting in
remember
front of
the
me?
white
Was that the guy sitting in front
guy.
of me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang, he went up
Yeah,
there.
and he was
Yeah.
funny.
Left.
He had a very like
Yeah.
comedic.
Time. He hadn't got any
We
jokes
never-
yet, but he was good at
We
time.
Dang, I wish
never
I was been there.
have black people at shows or mics or anything, and so when he showed up, I did my was it joke about not liking chicken, and I was like, "What it do, baby?"
Yeah.
And like he was just laughing, and then I was like, to the only black guy here, and then someone in the back was all like, "I'm here too," and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, I couldn't see."
I think he
him."
was a gay man, but
Yeah.
he was there. Then you did miss him.
I mean, yeah, it was a dark room.
Shout out those
and-
guys because they laughed
Yeah.
really, really loud a lot.
They
Yeah,
came in
they
after
were
I was
fun.
done, so I didn't get that. So I'm glad
Yeah.
they.
They
laughed
might have
for
been
them.
on something, but that's
No,
okay.
they were high. They were high.
Yeah, they were definitely. Yeah, they were talking about robots.
Yeah. They were like, "What drugs do you like?" They're like, "THC." It's like we could smell you, you know.
They laughed at everything.
That's my goal. I want to get Elements popping, bro.
I feel like Elements would be a good like.
It just looks like a comedy.
Yes, like the little booths and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think it's super cool. I'd love to get that. one.
Crab is funny because like you go in and there's like 2 family of 4s and like
It's an ambush comedy.
yeah
I was
yeah.
listening to. I can't remember what podcast
Okay.
I listened to, but they called it. There was some comedians. They said it's ambush comedy.
Okay, that's
It's-
cool.
It's places where there's not supposed to be comedy,
And it's just
and we force you to have comedy.
that's funny. It's
Like, I'm
cool.
gonna
I
go out
like
to
it.
eat-
It's
I'm
fun.
gonna go out to eat with my family. Oh, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm having a nice dinner, expensive dinner, taking them out.
Yeah, man. I don't mind it. I love it.
No, it's cool. I wasn't talking bad. I was just saying it's just different. It's so funny. 'cause-
Yeah, that's why. But yeah, that,
And they're stuck, whether they like it or not, because
Yeah, they already ordered the
they've got their
crab.
bucket of crabs and they're
$4
They already
a pound.
have their getup
Yeah.
with the bib and
The
the,
bib, the
gloves.
gloves,
and
yeah.
like
you ain't going nowhere.
no.
And we're about to make fun of you.
And you don't go to a crab place like, oh, I just want some crab. Like you like plan that. You're like, I want to go get a nice.
You can't wear your nice
I mean,
clothes.
I think
Yeah.
it's so wild how expensive seafood is here, to be honest. Like, but I come from.
We're
like,
not near the sea.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I was like, I come from somewhere where the ocean is not that far away. So
You ever had that Lake Meredith Crab.
I didn't know lakes
Yeah, it's
had
pretty cheap.
crabs.
It's like,
I got crab.
Person got crabs at Lake Meredith.
damn.
Yeah, but see, that's another
Y'all
thing,
read
bro.
between the lines. Damn it.
Yeah, bro, we were rushing. We were both waiting to get there.
Bro, their eyes got so big. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. That's another cool thing is when you see comedians get the joke. Like when you see them all be like, "Oh, who's the
It's a
first
race
one to
for it.
go up there?" Yeah, dude. We're all trying to get up there and get it, man.
That's one reason that it's good to go up for early, because well, that's not true, because then you can't make fun of people. But there are things that people steal from you if you go after them, or like you have to omit things because they made fun of that.
Well, like Kurt was a big like comedian that like he would follow a lot of my jokes. So like I had a joke about like the blood donation or whatever, and he had a joke about that. So he'd say it and he would reference mine. And actually, he helped me out in my first show because he went up first, and he actually had told the crowd that I was a counselor. And so
he
I
did
was
30
like,
minutes of material, bro. That was hilarious, dude. Kurt went up there. He's supposed to do like 10 minutes.
30?
And
Yeah.
dude, I went 30, but it was like probably like 20. Like
Long,
Colin
it was-
kept flashing him, bro. And
Yeah.
finally Colin was like, "I'm just gonna sit down." He just sat down. Dude, Kurt, like, the thing was Kurt was killing
He was killing it, though. He was like, I'm not coming off this thing.
Yeah.
That was
Like,
Fillmore's.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Shout
yeah,
out to
I
Kurt.
was there for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. You could tell even before he was ready to go up
And
there.
that's one of the things, like, even at when I'm hosting these mics, man, like, when I see y'all guys are in the zone, like last night, that Wade dude went up, and his first 3 minutes wasn't good. He got to the 5-minute mark, and he started building.
Yeah,
And then after we were about 7 minutes, and he was murdering.
yeah, he was doing good.
And I was like, crap, we have to be out of here by 11 is what I was told. And so I'm like, do I let him keep going? But then that's going to cut. We have 2 more people left. They're going to have to go short. And I didn't know what to do, but he was cool about it. I even told him, dude, I wish we were at the circus room because I would have just let you keep going.
Yeah. It's the confidence. They build that confidence and they get that 1 or 2 last. And
Exactly.
they're just.
I mean, the podcast, we were all quiet earlier. Now everybody's, you know what I mean? Yeah, once you just got to get that warm up.
Yeah.
Warmed up.
So guys, so real quick, so now what I like to do on this channel with you comedians is that we like to talk about other comedians, but y'all know how to talk, right? So obviously I want to start off with Saul Rodriguez. What do y'all got to say about him?
I love Saul.
Teddy bear.
Saul was the first guy I knew out of everybody because I knew him from WT, and he was always like the funniest dude. And so whenever I found out he was doing stand-up comedy, that made so much sense. But he didn't do any open mics or anything to go up. He just started hosting. I remember the first show I went to was the Comedy Cartel. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but he would host that, and Mason would do it, and Matt would do it, and eventually Colin would do it. And I like Saul. I
I was like, Saul es mi gente. Okay, like
don't know what that means.
he's my people. Like
Yeah, shout out Saul.
No, he's cool. I like the energy he brings. I wish I could not copy it, but like I wish I could be like a little bit more energetic like him, and just the way he asks questions is funny too. Like, come on, like, what are you talking about? I
he's
said, I don't want
just
to copy
goofy.
nothing. But
Like
yeah.
he's just goofy, and I love that about him.
I think he's a lot of help. Like, I mean, he's quick to give y'all advice in the chats. You know, and sometimes it's. One time he told me that he could see that I have a mean streak in me. He was like, "You should be mean," and so I tried to be mean, and it did not okay. But like,
That's a tough one.
yeah, he's a. I mean, he gives a lot of advice, good advice.
Yeah.
And me and him have a lot in common. So like the first time I met him, I saw he was wearing UFC.
Yeah,
and I was
same.
like, oh dude, that's all I'm about. And so me and him hit it off right away. I love Saul. Man, he's dope as shit. Again, the highest energy I think out of everybody. He brings the energy. If you're gonna follow, I went to Lubbock with him to do a show, and I mean he left everybody. Everybody there was exhausted with laughter because he's bringing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing it.
What else y'all got to say about him?
Oh, you want us to Bob?
Now
Is
everybody's
this
been
a roast now?
I don't
everybody's
like
been
the,
really
I don't
cool.
like the way he talks about his dog all the time. It's like, we get it, you got a dog. And he makes it seem like if it's this little sweet puppy, it's a fucking pit bull.
Yeah.
For real, when you talk about Cheeto, what do you think about Cheeto? You think Cheeto's a little dog. You walk into his house and there's this giant dog, bro. And then, like, that dog, like, is attracted to women. So, like, we were at a UFC fight, and it was like, it planted himself in between this guy and his girlfriend. Like, I'd have been upset if I'd have brought a girl. Dude, I'd have been like, what the fuck? So all these dogs trying to fuck my girl. For real, dude.
Yeah, I was over at my friend's house and his dog named Cheeto stole my bitch. So, so now I'm single. Fuck that guy named Cheeto, that dog.
Yeah, man, it's nah, but I don't have any roasts lined up for any of these guys yet.
We love to call him.
But I saw was a good dude.
Feel like
He's a
it's
great guy. I love that guy.
They've all been really
Oh.
well. They've been warming and welcoming to me.
He
for sure.
has the thickest thighs I've ever seen.
he really
on a man.
does.
And he moves them just
Yeah,
be
dude,
going.
it doesn't make sense.
No.
Like, his thighs are like tree trunks, and then he's agile. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He got
It's
like
hot.
Nicki Minaj
I mean-
thighs, bro. Yeah, dude. Like, if his bottom half was on a woman,
Yeah, all right.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
So moving on. Gabe Casper. What do we like about Gabe?
Don't be too hard, you asshole. They don't like you, bro.
Damn, it's not. I just what? You
Well,
just
you
went first
start
last
first,
time,
Gabe,
so
so-
I don't know.
Yeah, you start first.
Well, Gabe, I saw Gabe when he was very early on, and he has always been funny. But I've seen him grow, and he like I said, he was always funny. He always had a type 5 or more. But I used to see him work on his jokes, but now he's like he's so good now.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's great at hosting. Like,
Yeah.
he's
I was about
so
to say
good.
that. He's a great host.
He knows where to put jokes, where not to put jokes, where to make fun of people, where not to make fun of people.
He'll throw
He-
a spear at you every once in a while.
No, he got the whole crab to boo me because I forgot my notes at the table. Let me tell you, that was one of the worst open mics I've ever done.
So Gabe secretly is a great roaster, and he
Yeah.
doesn't say he is, but I can see it in him.
Yeah.
And I just know he could shred somebody if he wanted to. Shred him with a smile, man. I love that. Like, I don't know. Me and him, we have a lot of similarities. Like, he's the white version of me, or I'm the Mexican version of him. But like, we have a lot of similarities. He said he was gonna cut his hair. I was looking forward to it because I could start tying my hair back. Because like, I don't want people to be confused with us, man, and think that we're the same guy. We're swapping out wigs or something.
I mean, the last time he hosted the crab, he was like, we're all going to do imitations. And I went up there and I didn't have an imitation to do. And so I was like, well, and he was like, Danelle, you got to do one. So, and you saw this in the middle of my set, I just put like the half bun.
You did that so quick.
I know.
You were just like whoop.
Yeah, I did the half bun without like a hair tie or anything. And this dude was like, how did you do that? And I was like, my hair's damaged as hell. Like, that's why it stayed. Like, and I imitated him doing his joke. And he was like, okay. Like,
Yeah, Gabe is just, he's so good, man. Like, I feel like when I talk good about him, it's because I see a lot of myself in him. Like, when I first started, like he was the one that I was like, I think I'm still in his style.
Between you and him, nobody hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and him are the two hosts. Like, that's weird as shit. Like, we're way too much, like...
and shout out to Colin for hosting. Sometimes.
Yeah, man. Me and Gabe, I don't know, dude. Gabe is just...
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, the Aquaman of the Kitty.
Yeah.
When he calls me that every time.
Oh,
every
fuck.
time
He calls you
says
that?
dude,
That's awesome.
I cannot fucking, it makes me giggle inside. Like, and I'm like, damn, I feel bad for the guy he's calling that. And I'm like, it's you dumbass. It's calling you, man.
It's like the tie-dye shirt, the hair, the height.
Yeah.
That joke is just fucking perfect,
dude,
man.
I mean, he's
The
just,
Aquaman. like, man, I can see it. That's fucking great.
He's really good. I remember when I first started, he was like, it was like my second mic. And he was like, I got writer's block. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? And I now know what he means. I've gotten it now. But I just couldn't imagine because he would say that, then he would go on stage and just fucking shred, just say, the funniest shit. So I don't know where. I guess he got over it because now he's just on fire.
We love Gabe, but what else do we gotta say about Gabe?
B-Ray wants us to fucking go off.
Every episode's all y'all do that on every episode. So.
I'm not good at the roasting. They all had really good things to say about me. I watched all the pods, and thank you guys. I appreciate it.
With you, bro. That's what we were trying. Well, we were trying to get your confidence up so your punk ass to start coming do an actual show.
Uh-oh.
That's what that was, bro. Like I knew these two were she was chomping at the bit to be on the show. Yeah. So I gotta be on the show. I want to be on the show. And
yeah, because I've been doing comedy prior, and I was just like, I already kind of have some comedy in me. Like it's, And so I had asked Colin. I was like, so when do you guys plan on doing like a newbie show? And he was all like, we're probably gonna do one like coming up pretty soon. Let me add you to the group chat, and we'll try and get you on a show. And I was like, sweet. Like so.
She was constantly asking to her. Morgan was the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. He was like, I'm not saying nothing. And Morgan was getting consistent laughs though. Like we were going, he was at every mic, he was going, and I'm like, and I felt like no one was, me and Jacob talked about it, we're like, no one's paying attention, we got to get him. And that's the same thing with Preston. Like, Preston, I messaged Colin, was like, yo man, can we get this dude in the group? He's like, yeah, add him to the group. Yeah. Like, he didn't even, like, it wasn't even a question, it wasn't like, oh, I got the, he was like, add him to the group. I'm like, cool, man. Because, like, I feel like a lot of times people don't want to step on people's toes and be like, hey, put me on a show. Because here's another thing, like if you, I'm about to sound like an asshole right now.
Yeah, assholes.
Here we go.
Ooh, getting good here.
Guys, like this one I'm talking about.
I want to be on a show with you. And then you go before me and you bomb, I'm going to hate you for the rest of my life. Because now I have to fight my way out.
See, that's something I didn't know about when I had Matt and Josh, I think his name was.
I didn't listen to that one.
Well, he was telling me that whenever someone bombs,
you mean 806 trans legend.
Yeah. So when I had him on here and his friend, I forgot his name. Good guy. But anyways, he was talking about like if someone bombs, now you have to come over here and get the crowd back going. And I was like, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. And then people, if one comedian bombs, no one's gonna remember the rest of the comedians. Yeah. Like when at Butler's the other night, we all really killed. But if one of us would have done bad, everybody that went home would have talked about the one guy that did bad, not the 5 guys or the 4 other guys that killed it. They're gonna go back and say, "Man, that one guy was so bad," and it just chases like again. So like that's why like Colin it was iffy like about getting newbies on shows. Like he'll get you on mics, he'll get you in the group, but like putting you on an actual show is very very iffy.
Okay, this makes sense, and this makes sense. Okay,
and then putting people on the show in a certain order, like again, like Butler's, I was stressed out because I was like, I gotta follow Saul.
Oh wow!
Like I should have, in my opinion, I should have opened
and then get the big guys.
The other guys, but like that's cool. I was able to do it.
So
but, like,
why does he do it like that though?
Because Colin's a genius. Colin is a genius.
I didn't realize that. I knew like I didn't know he was doing it for so long. Like it made sense after y'all told me how long he's been doing it, and I was like, oh, like that's why he does everything how he does because he knows what he's like. He knows what he's doing.
Her first show at Butler's or not Butler's at Fillmore's, they had Kurt open.
Okay.
And Kurt just murdered. And then they had her, and then she did good. And then they had Saul. No, Saul was hosting.
Yeah, he was hosting.
And then they had Jacob close it out, and it was perfect. Like that's. And I even turned to Colin and I told him, I was like, dude, I doubted this lineup. I was like, I was like, what is he doing? And I was like, but I'll never doubt you, dude. Like, you know what the fuck you're doing, bro. You're the and there's a reason why he's no metal. Like that's the boss of this shit. Like it's because he knows the crowds. Like if he tells me not to do something, I'm not gonna do it, not because I don't want to offend him. I'm just gonna listen to him because he knows more than me. Like he honestly does.
Yeah.
Like who am I to question anything that dude does? Because like again, he's proven it time and time again. Like I couldn't understand why I was following Saul. I was like, oh dude, this is gonna be a nightmare. Worked perfect.
So sorry guys. So moving on to Kurt Jones. What do you gotta say about Kurt?
I
Yo,
miss Kurt.
He's one of my favorite people. Like even like from the first time I went saw him, I told my girlfriend, I was like, man, he's funny. It's just the way he like presents himself and talks is just awesome. I love the way he presents his jokes.
He has that history
No
of
homo.
he has that history of like talking with people in crowds because he used to be a pastor. So he has that presentation.
Yeah.
He knows how to let his voice be heard even without a mic. Like sometimes I've seen him hold the mic down here and I can hear him clearly, you know, like he's holding the mic like way down low and it's like he has the mic here and he's talking clearly and I'm like, dang. Like, whereas I'm holding the mic here and I'm like really quiet. Like it's that's happened to me a lot at the circus room. But yeah, like Kurt, great. My dad always says like, is Kurt gonna be there? That's his favorite out of all of us, apparently. I mean, obviously me, because I'm his daughter. But he loves...
That's what he tells you.
That's wild because I ain't even my mom's favorite. Gabe was.
I was like,
She loves Gabe.
I asked my girlfriend, I was like, who's your favorite? And she was like, Saul was pretty good. And I was like, yeah, he was.
Back to the topic with Kurt, man. Kurt is my day one, man. Me, Kurt, Taylor, we were Jacob, like we were the ones out in the trenches first, man. We were the newbies. We were the, they were my go. Kurt was my go-to, man. There at Circus Room, and he's gotten busy now. You know, I understand more than anyone being a parent. Like he's busy. So when we do get to see Kurt, it's like a special occasion. So I love it. I love and miss Kurt. And yeah, he's a dope human, man. He'll do anything for anybody. I mean, he ran me down. I remember one night I bombed at the 806.
I mean, that's the only time I've seen you bomb, actually.
I bombed
2 times, though. Specifically.
No, it's a scary place, man.
Yeah, I think I was at 806, and I was just like tore up about it. And he was like, "You want to go to Lubbock?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, man, let's go to Lubbock." And I went to his house. And he drove to Lubbock and drove me back here because he lived in Canyon. So I drove me back to Amarillo when we got back at 1 that morning and dropped me off. Then got
That's
up
cool.
and went to work the next day. I was like, "Dude, Kurt's a gangster, bro."
That's tight. That's cool. I like that.
I was like,
Badass.
honestly, one of my favorite like jokes that Kurt has done to make fun of me. Like one of my favorites is everyone says Denali, right? Like everyone says Denali, and that is not my name. It upsets me when people call me that. Javi over here was calling me that for the first like 3 weeks that I was doing mics, but he was introducing me to Dr. Comical for the first time, and he was all like, "Hey, Roy, meet my friend here, Trailblazer." And I was like, yo. I was like, that is perfect. You know, I was like, I ain't mad at that. Like, Denali I would have been mad at because I hear that all the time. But Trailblazer?
Yes.
Kurt never has a bad set, I feel like.
Yo, he's nuts. He's such
great.
a good. He's so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I've seen otherwise, but I'm gonna say no. He never has a bad.
Like-
when we first started, and he was getting back into his groove. I remember but he's a lot like me, to where I was like, "No, dude, that was a good set," and he was like, "No, it wasn't."
And he crushes sometimes.
Yeah, people love.
He's also like the most interesting person I think I've ever met.
Yeah,
A lot of humble people in this
military,
group.
Military.
government,
Did he write a book?
Yeah, he wrote a book. Has badass kids, like badass and good.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Kurt is the fucking man.
Yeah.
He's a man. He's a man's man.
What else do we got to say about Kurt?
Oh, I guess I'll just go back to Kurt. Gets top-notch box. Everyone should know that. Kurt,
I've seen this girl, dude. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, he has a pretty girlfriend. But yeah, dude, Kurt is just. I can't think of anything that funny to say about Kurt.
No, there's nothing negative about
I
Kurt.
do want to say, I did see one time where he went up there, I think it was at the Crab, and he said his punchlines quietly. And I wish if he would have said them louder, that shit would have been funny as fuck. But that's all I got to say. That's all I think.
Kurt, if you're listening,
Other than that, no,
Preston's
they were great
giving you
jokes. They were great jokes.
critiques.
I'm like, bro, say them louder, dude, for the people in the back.
Last time I was on here, or the last time I talked about Kurt on here, me and Jacob made up wild stuff. All we did is say that he got
No.
top-notch box.
Yeah, that's
We
what you
didn't say
said.
nothing about it.
Yeah.
We steered clear of that. The reason why is because I feel like I feel like Kurt's also another like Gabe, the secret roaster. Like I feel like Kurt could actually really tear into someone if he wanted.
On that note, I'm sorry.
If we have like a roast battle, to me you talked about this. Gabe, I would not want to go against.
No.
Because Gabe would murder me, and I think Kurt would be another person that I wouldn't want to battle. I think Kurt would be really.
He's got
really
some
precise with what he does.
Some heat.
All right.
Hits
And
you where it
then
hurts.
my next one, so we're going to go with the 3 ghosts. When I say ghosts, they're with us in spirit. They still watch my videos. I do want to talk about Taylor Zorns. You know what I'm saying? So what when she was here, you know what I'm saying? What do we got to say about her?
Taylor, yeah, she's another one of the original amigos, man. Me and her, and we were out there. I mean, we went to Lubbock together. We were the 806 bombing together. She's one of my original amigos, and I always got love for her. And it sucks that she's in Pittsburgh. She says everybody in Pittsburgh sucks, and that we should go down there and take over the scene. Yeah, dude, like I believe it. I believe everyone in Pittsburgh sucks. I'm saying that right now. I'm never this confident. I'm looking into the camera. I will go down to fucking Pittsburgh, and I will fucking I'll out comedian every motherfucker down there.
Calm down.
This is wrestling promo.
Watch out, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, dude, fuck Pittsburgh.
He's like for pay. Not
Also, I hate Pittsburgh because I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, we can't be Pittsburgh
I mean,
fans.
if y'all want, man, I mean, next year we can plan a small, like a 40 trip over there. I'm down.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I know a place.
I still stay in touch with Taylor, like, and she was so welcoming when I first started.
It trips me out because the girl's kind of like, you know.
Yeah,
My men.
She's like, thank goodness there's
I
another
mean,
woman.
well, no kidding. She was like, "Oh my gosh, thank God, there's another one, like another one of us," you know. And I was like, and I was really intimidated, you know, because I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's been here longer than me. Like, I hope I don't like step on her toes," type thing. But no, she was really sweet, really welcoming. I think before she had left to Pittsburgh, she had a house party and she was like, "Danelli, I just love you." And I was just like, "Aw, Taylor." Like, so now we stay in touch. We like message each other all the time. I'm actually trying to, I had asked her, I was like, "Do you think it's okay if I like go visit you? Like, I would love to go visit." And she was like, "I would love to have you." Like, she's like, "I miss you so much. You should come out." And I was like, "I'm thinking about it," you know?
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh's like 3 or 4 hours from where my daughter lives in college. And Taylor's even said, "Yo, if she ever needs anything, I will drive over there for her." Taylor's she's a good person. She's a sweetheart, man. I love her. And I miss her, and I'm glad she's doing big things up there. Like, I really am, dude. Like, yeah, man, it's dope as shit.
Shout out to Tay-Tay.
Preston, you have to.
Yeah, I don't really know her. I was all like, I know who she, like, we talked before, but like, maybe we did like 4 open mics together, and it was her last one, and I was like,
when I first started, Taylor was really welcoming, and it was really Javi and Taylor that were like consistently there with me when I was going, because I was going to every single open mic. And Taylor wasn't going to every one, but she was consistently going. Other than Javi's at every single one too.
You ain't never gonna not see me at mine.
I also saw that she was like making y'all drink on the podcast.
Yeah.
So let me explain that. So I wanted to get some of y'all, like what I always wanted to do is just every single one of y'all, you know what I'm saying, just all at one spot, and then we all drink, and that's what I wanted to do. So, but she had the idea of how just me, Kurt, and her, and so
basically
like,
forcing Kurt to drink.
I mean, okay, so like I'm not a big drinker, and when I went to her like going away party, she's like, the whole time, like from the afternoon to the night, she was like, "Danelli, you got a shotgun with us?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." She's like, "Danelli, you got a shotgun with us?" I was like, "No, I'm good." Finally, like it got pretty late, and she was like, "I'm not gonna take no for an answer." So I did my first ever shotgun with her.
Nice, congratulations.
What did you-
That's not rookie stuff.
how was it?
Yeah, what did you drink?
It was
Twisted Teeth,
yeah,
which
it was
are the
Twisted
easiest
Tea.
thing to shotgun.
Yeah, you can. Those are easy.
So like,
We were
it's
racing.
not that cool, but
We were all racing in the backyard. It was fun. I don't do shotguns.
Heck yeah, man.
I don't drink beer.
Yo, I was gonna say, so we drank, and I lost count of shots. I forgot how many I drank, but me and her just kept going. Now here's what happened though. So whenever we got together, like she was like, we took, we even took a selfie. I don't even remember that selfie. I don't even know. I have it somewhere, but my
B-Ride was pulling up. I did see that.
So I have this SD card, and I forgot to empty out the storage. So I took it out and I placed it on the table, and I got another one and I put it in here. And then I don't know what happened to it, but it disappeared. So I'm thinking that's why, like, if y'all saw that episode, the beginning was just kind of like no good audio. And I'm thinking, like, I must have grabbed it and put it in my back
You
pocket.
drank it on accident?
Probably. And I don't remember. I don't remember what. Oh, then we ended up downtown. Kurt went home. We ended up downtown. And then I met like two of her other friends, and then we just chilled. And then she left. And then I randomly went to Bodegas, and there was a fight right in front of me. And then I'm like, I should probably go home. And then that was it.
That was the call. Like, I need to go home.
Yeah, and then after that, man, that was it. And I was like, man, that was the last time I drank. I haven't drank since.
Did you pop it like a blue pill?
You haven't drank it all since then?
I mean, beer, like 2 beers.
I'm on like a month streak right now.
Yeah,
I'm not really
like,
a big drinker.
Not even on purpose, really.
Yeah, me. I'm not.
Like,
I don't drink no more.
Being accidentally sober is hilarious, dude. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that
accidentally sober, he's
I
like,
drank.
You're aware.
I drank 2 non-alcoholic Coronas last night. Those were good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Powwow.
Yeah,
Shout
so,
out.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be drinking for a very long time though.
The funny thing is that I say I don't drink and I really don't. But last night, like, everyone was just buying me drinks. Like, Jennifer bought me 2 like Jolly Rancher shots.
Oh, nice.
And
And I
dollar
was-
margs were going.
Yeah, and then
crazy.
Wade he was like, "Hey, you want a drink?" And I was all like, "Yo, I don't say no to free," you know, like. And so he was all like, "Well, within reason." I was like, "Of course," like. And so he got me a margarita. Then he gave me some feedback on some of my jokes, which is much appreciated. Really.
That's like one of the best drink deals in town, I feel like.
Yeah.
Dollar marks, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna beat that.
every Thursday, Elements, Open Mic Comedy,
yeah.
and Darla Marks.
Exactly. Hey, so now moving on.
Hold on, can I say something before we move on?
Yeah.
Morgan, you look like somebody that would drink non-alcoholic beers. Anyway, you go ahead.
Oh,
They did. They were,
That's
they
what I
were
thought.
delicious.
guys? So guys, do we still keep? He got in touch with me a couple weeks ago. Do we still keep in touch with Damien?
I tried, man. I was actually gonna message him the other day, and he's not on Facebook right now, so I don't know where Damien's at, man.
Okay.
I don't know Damien very well, but that guy is funny.
Yeah.
He is
He is
very
funny.
funny. The couple times I did see him, he was.
Yeah, I think he's hilarious. I think his buddy Caden's hilarious.
Caden, I saw more of Damien than Caden, but Caden was also very funny.
Yeah, man, I'd love for. I understand you got some other things outside of comedy, but I'd love to see Damien back, bro. He was so funny, dude. Like,
He messaged me like 3 weeks ago. I'm gonna come back to comedy. Come on the show. And I was like, yeah.
Damien
I
did?
just haven't heard. Yeah, but I haven't heard from him since.
yeah,
Well, we got 3 mics he could come to.
Yeah.
I got 3 different mics. Like, he was one of the reasons why I jumped when Element and I said, hey, we can do this at my club. I jumped on it was because I was like, that's more of Damien's style. You know what I mean? That's going to be more of his kind of people. A younger crowd. He was one of hoping that he would see that and come back. Because, like, again, my goal is to grow the comedy scene.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to have a open mic scene that sustains itself to where if I'm not there, it's going to keep going. That way I can start trying to go on something. It's going to sound really egotistical to me, but I can start going on a tour, and then I can have a place to come back and work out my material and then go back on a tour. You know what I mean? Because, like,
Well,
that's the whole plan. So I need people like
we need to build the comedy scene in Amarillo because this is a big, like, we're in the middle of the United States. So we get a lot of travelers, we get a lot of people passing through. We need them, like, there's entertainment, like.
Honestly, the last year to 2 years, I mean, we always have George Lopez that comes through.
We do?
What's his name?
I didn't know
once
George
a
Lopez
year,
came
maybe
through.
once every like 2 years.
Theo Vaughn's going to be here.
But now comedy's coming through Amarillo. But he used
Like
to-
big, obviously, like they're big names, but like even seeing that is cool because now that we do have the open mics, 2 or 3 years from now, who says they're not going to stop in? Something
Javi,
like that.
maybe
like,
you can open for Theo.
I'm about to DM him in a couple
Theo would
days.
Be like, look, dude, this dude's the hardest working guy in Amarillo. show, man.
Yes.
All right, so shout out to you, Damien. Well, hopefully we'll see you here pretty soon. I'm sure you're watching this. And then the other one, I don't think he's the ghost. I call him the Green Ranger. Dr. Comical.
Yeah.
So what do we good? What good and bad do we have to say about him?
Dr. Comical.
He's a truck driver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
The only reason why we don't see him that often is because he drives trucks. Like he made it like 3 weeks in a row though,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and we hadn't seen him since. But no, I love Roy, man. Roy is he's super supportive of me, man. Like anytime I talk to him, he's like, dude, do you know how good you are? Like he's like one of my biggest hype men. Like he's always telling me that stuff. Like he wants me to go to Dallas and here and there and do stuff. And he's like, you know, he tells me that like constantly. He's a big hype man. I love that dude.
Mm-hmm.
He loves comedy in all forms.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
loves the
Yeah,
YouTube stuff.
it
The
doesn't matter. He just loves. He's
Yeah.
a huge. He as much of he is a comic. He's as big of a comedy fan.
yeah,
Like he loves comedy. Man.
yeah, and he is very supportive. He's
Well,
always very supportive.
He's like a favorite travel comic, to be honest, because he just stops everywhere. I have him on Snapchat, and he just like.
So he's
posts
not stopping doing like he does mics everywhere.
Yeah.
So he's always
Yeah.
getting work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
always-
kind of imagine him just coming here for some reason,
Like,
Yeah, me too at first. Like, don't.
So-
but that makes sense.
But
well,
yeah,
the
I would
reason
too
why
if
he
I was-
comes here all the time, so he actually lives like in Midland, Odessa area or something. But the reason why he told me, he's like, the reason why I'm here all the time is like, first off, it's where I'm from, right? Like I think he told me he's from Tulia, and then he told me he's all like, yeah, my like the trunking company that he works for is stationed here, so that's why he always like is stopping here. So like it kind of just works out for us too, because we love having him.
Hell
He's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Shout out
But
to
you'll
his.
see him in because he I think his I can't remember where his girlfriend tattoos out of, but so you'll see him a lot in Lubbock, and then he's a regular down in Dallas. I mean, he's just everywhere, man. I love that dude.
We should just jump in the
Now,
back of
bad
his
shit
truck.
I gotta say about him. I'll say some shit. Roy, stop pissing on bathroom floors.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
No more peeing on bathroom floors. Barbie a Coconut said she will kick you in the nuts she will kick you in your coconuts if you piss on her coconut floor again. All right,
She did say that.
she did.
So-
Shut up, coconut.
So what do we say about him though? What else do we got to say about him?
That's all I got to say about him.
He's
He's legally
the-
retarded.
Shut up.
He showed me the
he
paperwork.
proved that there's paperwork.
He showed me the paperwork. He goes, I am legally retarded. Now, this is back in like
He's very proud of that
like
paperwork.
the 80s,
Oh,
man.
wow.
And they gave him a piece of paper that said that. And he's not. But back then, they just...
He just tested for it.
Yeah, back then, they would just say he
No, he says
probably
he-
had a touch of autism or something, you know what I mean?
Like he said, one of his jokes
He just
is.
got he just got a certificate of autism.
Yeah, no, he got it.
I think one of his jokes is like that he has. It's not Down syndrome. It's fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah.
Fatal alcohol. syndrome?
wow.
Fetal.
Oh, fetal.
Wow.
And he says it's not the cool... Like, I don't want to ruin it. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to ruin his fucking...
Come
Yeah,
come out to the
I
open
almost
mics
did.
and see Dr. Comical.
Yes.
Say his jokes.
But he's also the
Green Ranger.
When I-
crocodile hunter of the lot.
Yeah, when I have my
He's the
first
hunter,
show that
not
I'm
the
actually
hunted.
putting on, like an actual show, I want to have him on it.
Yeah.
When I do my vasectomy show, I'm gonna be on it.
Oh, I
We gotta
forgot
get that
about
going. We gotta get that
do gotta
going.
get that going,
That's
man.
the only reason why I ain't messing with those old ladies yet. Hold on, I'm not-
Kurt was talking about that on the pod.
No kidding. Like you wanted all the guys to perform, and then someone had said, like, "Why don't you have a girl host?" Like,
So now, our next one, we're getting to the goods. Let's talk about Jacob Rapstein.
Best friend. I love that man.
We love that guy. That dude, okay, I love that guy because I like it when he's like, he's like, he'll be last. And then I'll be like, all right, dude, how you doing? I have no material. I have no material. I'm not prepared.
And then
I'm
do
not even-"
15.
he says this, I'm not even drinking. And I was like, okay. Then he goes up the stage and crushes it. I'm
So
like, God.
last night he did. He went third,
wow.
and he was only supposed to do like 3 minutes.
He did really
He was
good.
like, I'm gonna do my 3 new jokes, and then something clicked. He was just feeling good, and he started doing a lot of his. I've hung out with him enough, and I've been to enough mics, and I know his material. And he started doing some good material, and he really crushed last night, man. He did really good. Like, I was really surprised. I wasn't surprised, but like from what he was telling me he was gonna do versus what he did, I was like, damn, dude, okay. And Jacob just fucking kills every time.
I was like, Jacob was an acquired taste for me. I'm not gonna lie, he was.
That's a good way to put it.
I think it's just
that's
how
everybody.
he comes at you. I've never not seen Jacob kill.
Yeah.
I've never not. It may be acquired taste for you, but the rest of the room fucking loves
I
it.
say he's an acquired taste
Well,
because he started personally like.
I love it. Everybody that comes on this podcast, they go, Jacob really is a good guy. Like,
They
you
have to
like-
enforce it. I mean, if you saw when he said his name, my eyes rolled.
Yeah.
Like I just.
and I'll say it too. I say it all the time. He is a really good guy.
Yeah, no, he has a
Jacob-
great heart.
Jacob, man, first and foremost is people don't understand that it's all a bit. Like,
Yeah, he's just trying to be funny. Like,
yeah,
like,
and that's what we're supposed to be doing.
yeah.
Like that's the number one thing about comedians. Like we're not up there to change the world.
No.
We're not up there. We're up there to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's the most offensive shit to make people laugh, so be it. If it's the goofiest shit like Saul, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I love Jacob is he is a comics.
Yeah. He has that knack for, like, he knows where the laugh is. He just has a knack for making the next thing he's going to say funny.
So the first time that I did comedy, when I went home, my son asked me, how'd you do, Pops? And I told him, and I said, of course, the OGs were funnier than me. And I said that out of the new people, I said, there's only two that were funnier than me. And he goes, who? And I said, Caleb Jones. And I said, then there's this guy named Jacob. And I said, he's so fucking good, it pisses me off.
Hell yeah.
I said, because like, it was my first impression. And mind you, me and Jacob, we went 3 months at open mics, and we didn't say a word to each other. We didn't talk. We didn't.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I feel like it was it like because you saw him as a challenge.
No, it did that, and he was just, he'd come in, do his thing, him and his friends would leave, and then I went, and he like would invite me, hey man, you want to go out? But I was like, nah, man. And then like me and him just started hanging out. We clicked, man, and by the newbie show, like me and him we were friends. I was like, that's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love Jacob more than I could. I mean, I have so much fun with that.
Jacob's the man.
Bro, he was my biggest hype man for sure at first. Like the first time I ever did it, it was bad. Like the jokes weren't bad. The way I said it, written it, everything was bad. And he came up, you're really funny, and like nothing bad. It was
he knows comedy.
like it wasn't like, hey man, that sucked. You know, like he was genuinely like,
Well,
no,
just
keep
know
coming
that
back.
if Jacob tells you suck, you really do suck. Like it's not him trying to be mean. It's just like I hate to say this, but Jacob really does know comedy.
Yeah.
Like people don't want to admit it, because he's a wild dude. People think like this and that. He knows comedy. I've heard him sit down and break shit down. Like me and him have sat in trucks and in front of different houses drinking and talking comedy, and he's one person that I'm like, oh, this whole thing that it's a bit. He's almost Andy Kaufman level. Like people don't get it. It's almost Andy Kaufman level. And like when he says, "I bet y'all do this," and he wants you to say no so he can do it. Like I don't know. I don't think. I think you have to understand comedy to get where he's coming from. Now the wild shit about Jacob, I'll say wild shit.
Well,
about
what's
him.
the what else do we have to say about Jacob?
I'm tired of him telling people that me and him are gay lovers.
Yeah, people really believe he's gay.
So last night,
Not really you, but him
last
for
night,
sure.
no, last night, Jennifer comes up to me, right, the older lady, and she's like, "Hey, Hobby, can I ask you a question?" And I was like, "What's up?" And she goes, "I know you're straight because I have kids." She goes, "I know you're straight." She goes, "But you mean to tell me every one of those guys is gay?"
Oh shit.
And I said, "What?" She literally thought all the dudes at the bar last night were gay.
Like
You, Morgan,
every one of us?
Len, everybody.
You know, she
I
did
tell
Because
I'm gay,
because Jacob has said that we are all gay.
It's
At one point, he's like, you have no chance with her, and then she's like, "Oh, I bet you," and he's like, "Nah, man, he's gay." Like He's literally cock blocking for us on that end. Like, which
Shout
is
out to
good.
Jacob.
Yeah,
I need that in my
Oh,
life.
he's a homie, bro. That's a
I'm just
homie,
kidding. I don't need
bro. Like, yeah.
Just
No, dude, but he
What's
does.
the only thing written in his notes?
Yep. But so, hey, B-Rod, you remember the only thing written in his notes?
They don't.
Damn.
Hobbies buy,
hobbies
so
buy,
am I.
so like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hobby what?
Hobbies
And
buy and so am I.
Just,
I have a joke
just
about
with
being
that,
bisexual.
it's like 10 jokes. Just with that right there. I'm like, what?
Because we found his. I remember we found his joke book.
We all open it, dude.
We're
Like,
like,
it's
what's
gonna be
in here?
gold, and it's
And
just
it
hobbies
said
buy,
one
so am
thing.
I.
It's like the fucking
Hobbies
SpongeBob where
by-
they're looking at the box and it's
And
just
so am I.
string.
And then he comes out with like drinking jokes and then drug jokes and cocaine jokes. I'm like, what the hell? Just with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's a comic genius, man. I love
Yeah,
him.
he's one of my top.
Like, he's just wild, man. But that's what comics. He's my Joey Diaz. He's my Joey
yeah.
Diaz.
The other night when he invited me to go out and he goes, you know, if you want to or whatever. And then the next time I didn't go out, and the next time I saw him, one of the first things he said, I was like, "What's up?" He goes, "Yeah, I meet my friend Preston." He goes, "He didn't go out with me when I invited him, so whatever." And I was like, "Damn, bro!" I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, no,
But he's just
Yeah, dude.
He's funny. He's like, you don't wanna go out with me,
You
though.
think you're gonna go out with him and you're gonna get into some trouble or something like that. But me and Mo, we go out with him several times.
Yeah.
No,
Jacob,
man.
I'm the newbie. We're all the newbies, but Jacob has showed me a lot of love. Like,
yeah, he really has. He's
Like
awesome.
I said,
He's not a
man,
veteran, but he's a veteran to me.
Like I said,
I was
he
like-
told,
Yeah, I was like, to
he
us,
told
yeah.
Taylor she sucked until she didn't suck no more.
Oh shit.
Like, for real. He would be like, I like you, you're cool, you're my friend, but you're not good at comedy. He's just going to be honest with you. Like, he can't be
Thank
anything
you.
other than honest.
Thank you for never saying that to me. I'd have never
I'm
came
still
back.
waiting to know. So.
Yeah, he used to tell Taylor that all the time, bro.
No, he would always tell me like women aren't funny, and then after I do a set like at an open mic or something, he'd come up to me. He was like, "Dude, girls aren't funny, but you're funny." And I'm just like, "Okay, cool, thanks." You know, like
Yeah,
Jacob's a good guy.
it's great.
Yeah,
Jacob's a great guy.
Yeah,
Jacob's really.
He's the best
he's
guy.
super supportive of everybody, man. I just think his rough exterior scares people.
This
He's
this,
gonna hear us talking all these good
Yeah,
things
he's gonna
about him,
love
so
you.
he's
All
gonna
he'll
have
talk
to.
about is me on
He's
the
gonna have to
podcast.
like do some bad things.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah,
He's gonna go
to
into-
even it up.
I do want to
Robin.
say him Snapchatting me. It's funny because one day he'll send me 30, and the next day I won't get one, and it's just like, what were you doing that day that you weren't doing the other day? You know? Like,
He might have been
he
sleeping.
was sober.
It was, it was his day of rest.
That's literally what he told me one day because I asked him. I was all like, "Dude, you snapped me like all day yesterday. You even video chatted me after I got off work." And I'm like, and then for a week I didn't hear from you. And he was like, "Yeah, it's because I was broke and didn't have money." Like,
I was doing nothing exciting.
like it was all like I didn't have money, you know. And I was all like, "Dude."
He hasn't looked at any of the group chat messages in a long time.
Oh, I remember I was talking about that last night.
Yeah, he's being gay. That's what he even said that he's on being gay right now.
Where is he at right now?
I don't know.
Probably on a tractor drinking.
Probably me up. I
Jeez.
have no Wi-Fi right now, so.
Hey, okay, I want to talk about the other ghost, Caleb Jones. Have you heard of him? Or is he
He's
ever
doing
gonna come
good,
back?
bro. He's getting
Yeah.
shows.
I know
He's killing it in college.
He's doing his own thing.
I'm sure he's getting top-notch box because he's the son of Kurt.
Yeah, he's got that thing on him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know him that well, but he was really funny. He made fun of me the first time I ever saw him, saying I look like a skater dude, and it made me mad. Like, for real, made me mad because he looked more like a skater dude than I did. But I got over it. Obviously, I gotta realize.
He's a prodigy.
He's cool as-
Bro.
yeah, he's cool
really
as
is
shit.
a prodigy when it comes down to comedy.
Yeah, he's funny.
Like,
He's the prettiest comedian.
he got some soft women features.
He had my parents. My parents came to the Crack and Crab one time. I think it was one of the last times he went, and he had us crying. He was fun.
What did he say about you? It's like the bite-sized Paul Bunyan.
Maybe.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
all like,
All right.
that was
Hey,
genius.
guys, so we're way past the break. We're at 1:10. We're gonna go to break and then we'll thank our sponsors. This video is sponsored by. Okay, what's up, guys? We're good. I won't get sponsors till like next year. I'm not gonna push for any. All right, where were we? Okay, so we ended up with Caleb Jones. What happened? Who are we talking about now? Oh yeah, and then I wanted to talk about the best for last. Well, not the best for last. Colin. All right, what are we saying about Colin?
Colin is the
I
boss.
say him last because y'all always have something funny to say. So that's why.
He's the big man.
He's the
He's a
boss.
g-
He's a metal.
I'll wait.
What
To
What
say
are you
that later.
saying?
El Metal means the boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, we're saying good things about Colin. That's what we're doing.
I love Colin.
Colin's
bro.
great. He's
Colin-
funny. He's there. I want to
we'll
hear his
start
old.
off
I want
good, then
to.
we'll go bad.
I want to hear his old. Like I want to go up to him and ask him his older jokes. Like his one of the the few first ones he came up with. Just to.
He'll do it every now and then if you can. Like I have no proof that it's an older joke, but like he was doing topics one day and people kept yelling something that he didn't want to do, and it's because he had an old joke on it and he did it. I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
No, Colin is
Just so I can get like. Obviously, like he has better written jokes now because he's been doing it for a long time. Like I want to be like.
Colin.
Am I going the right way? Kind of
There
thing.
you go. Yeah, Colin is the man, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like I said, he knows more about comedy, I think, than he could forget more about comedy than I'll ever learn. Like he really does know what's up.
He was like, I remember he's one of the only comedians that was like a straight up murderer already when I met him.
So
Everybody else was I kind of saw him coming up, but as soon as I saw Colin, I was like, this dude's been doing this for a long
Well,
time.
I think I've told this story before on here, but like, when I went to my first open mic, I was pretty confident because like I had seen Yellow City. It was before Matt signed. I didn't know Matt, and if I'd have seen him, I'd have been less confident. But it was just Skylar Potter and two other guys, and Skylar was the only one that was funny. Like he was the only one that was funny. No one else was like, they were okay, but they weren't good. One of the dudes was hack. Like he was a real hack. But yeah, man. We good? Yeah. Oh yeah, he was super, super hack, dude. Like, but Skylar was the shit. So when I was going up there, I was like, oh, I know I'm gonna be funnier than those two guys. I won't be funnier than Skylar, but I'm gonna be funnier than them. Then I walk in, and as soon as I walk in, I don't recognize anybody, and it's Colin. And Colin's like, hey, how's it going? I was like, I'm doing good. And he's like, you here? I was like, I'm here for the comedy. He goes, are you funny? I said, I hope so. And he goes, I guess we'll find out.
Oh shit.
And then I sat down, and I was like, okay, well, you know, I think I could be funnier than him. And then he was the host, and he started going, and I was just mesmerized. I was blown away. I was like, this dude.
He
should
was
be-
one that was like one of the guys you see where you're like, man, I don't know if I should do this. If that's like that's what's going on up here. He used to go to the 806 mics and just do like a mix of crowd work and like great story. And like he did really, really great long bits, which like I really wish I could do, but he'll do like 5 minutes on the same thing and make it funny the whole way through. And he's very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, Colin has always just been a great support, to be honest. Like, he's, like, I think when I was starting out, he, you know, he would kind of, like, check in. Like, he's like, are you okay? You know, because I was being bullied by Jacob. No, so, but nah, like, Colin, I like his sort of comedy. So... You know, like a lot of his comedy is just very serious and sarcastic, and I always miss it. I just miss sarcasm in general, though. But he's just so hilarious.
He actually is so funny. It makes me mad. Yes. He makes me angry.
What else?
Isn't he like your distant brother or
Yeah.
something?
But yeah, dude, Colin.
Or the Robinson brothers.
I think Colin, man, I don't know, man. I think he deserves to be a fucking world famous comedian. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Like traveling.
He is just so professional. Like, again, he's just so good, and he's given me some of the best compliments. He tells me, he said this a couple times. He always says it this way too. I'm not trying to insult you because he thinks it's an insult. He goes, but out of everybody, he tells me, you're a classic comedian. He always tells me that. You're the closest one to being a classic comedian. And I love that because I grew up watching comedy. So to me, like, I want to be like Eddie Murphy and Dangerfield and Bob Saget, well, without the music, and stuff like that. Like, I want to be considered just a normal classic comedian. So like when I get a compliment from Colin, bro, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like,
Start blushing.
yeah, dude, exactly. It's like, thanks, Dad. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I love that dude. He's super cool, man. And Gabe too. Gabe's always telling me how badass I am, and I'm like, Gabe, stop it.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do we got to say about Colin?
So I just want to say that the other day at the crab, he laughed at my joke, and that was the best compliment he's given me, and I will take it and run with it, and I will never forget that he laughed at one of my jokes and out loud. It was amazing. So
He's not a pedophile. He's not.
Colin sleep with my mom.
Whoa.
like that.
I'm just playing.
Oh, I was like, this podcast just got more interesting.
You were supposed to say a diss, bro. I couldn't think of that's the only thing that came to my mind, bro. I don't know why.
Okay, so one time he went to the crab. He doesn't go to, not the crab. One time he went to the circus room, and he usually doesn't. And I walked by him and left him hanging. But Colin in a beanie and Colin without a beanie are two different Collins.
Yeah.
He acts the same, but he looks like two different people. I thought he was going to sell me. I thought he was going to sell me.
I thought that's what he was going to. I thought like once Colin puts the beanie on, he's like breaking motherfuckers' kneecaps.
Yes,
or
bro.
something.
He's like, I did what you want me to do. You know, like
Yeah.
with
He
the
probably
beanie on.
is
It's the
like
chain
that.
though too, the gold chain.
Yeah.
He is El Jefe. He probably does like break people's knees and stuff. We just don't know.
I can't remember what me and Jacob were saying. I think that's what me and Jacob were saying about him, wasn't it? That he was
Something like that.
That he would beat. Oh, that he beats us if we're not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. We said some crazy stuff. I think he has the best fashion sense out of everybody.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
Like that motherfucker is
Well,
stylish.
Saul, he's got some style.
Yeah, I forget that Saul does some cool shit too. But like, yeah, those two are in the running. I just think Saul I don't know, man. Like Colin's just a classy motherfucker, bro. Like at
He worked at
Butler's, he was wearing
Express.
like this red jacket. Like I can't even describe. It was so fancy. I don't know the words to describe it. I don't know
It was
what it's
like a
called.
blazer coat.
I don't know. The deli. I told you. I don't know.
He's
what
like,
it's
it was
called.
fancy,
Dude,
very,
what about
very fancy.
What
Capital
about
F.
Colin's suit that he wore at the Starlight Ranch show? The shorts and dude, that was badass.
You know, that's another thing. I want to see
That
another
was
one of
fashion.
those, man. I want to see another one of those. All y'all at the same time on one stage.
I mean,
I would love to see that. Colin, please make it happen. Thank you.
it'd be a sampler. We'd have to call it like the comedy. It would be a good play if we could get a breakfast place to do it. Call it the comedy Yellow City Comedy Sampler or something like that. We all just go up there and do 5 minutes. The only issue with that was like people like Kurt. Kurt's more of a long form guy. Like, which pays off. Like if you're gonna tell stories in comedy, like heads up to y'all rookies. I'm a firm believer in the laugh per minute. Like I should have at least one big laugh per 60 seconds. If you're not, then you're not doing good. But if you're gonna do one of those, I'm gonna tell a 3 or 4 minute story. The punchline better hit hard.
You better say every word in the story in the right order.
Yeah, and that
we're talking about
punchline
earlier.
better be the hardest hitting punchline ever. Because if not, people get mad. Like I've seen it.
If-
Like
yeah,
I
I
mean,
I know
gets-
jokes that
well,
are stupid. I know jokes that I can tell for 10 minutes, and
It
it's just
gets
the dumbest thing at the
frustrating.
well,
end.
as a host, I get told stuff all the time is from people. I get it all the time, and I'm just like, yeah, man. Like I know when y'all bomb before y'all know y'all bomb because people want to tell me y'all bomb.
For
People
real.
be like, why are you letting them keep going?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Shout out to you, Colin. Thank you.
Damn.
Thank
Yeah.
you for these guys. I do want to say something real quick. Kevin Mason. I'm saving the best for last, my man. I want you on here.
talking to you, Kevin.
Whenever you're ready to come on here, man, bring somebody, whoever you want, either a comedian or someone outside. But you're best for last, my man. You're the last comedian. You're the funniest comedian here in Amarillo. I'm actually inviting you on, my man. You're next, buddy. Best for last. Shout out
next
to you,
move is
Kevin Mason.
yours.
Shout out to you, Kevin Mason. Hopefully you see. I'm gonna clip this, but hopefully I see you here pretty soon, my man. Shout out to you, my
The
man.
ball's in your court, so fondle them.
No, Kevin. I don't know Kevin that well. I've only done a couple shows with him. Only seen him at a couple shows. His crowd work is really good. I haven't seen him enough to know if it's material or if it's all just freestyle.
Yeah.
I've only seen him a few times, you know.
Yeah.
He is good at crowd work. Probably the best in Amarillo at crowd work. If crowd work's what you're into, that's the dude.
I think the first time I met Kevin was at my second show at the Cactus Bar, and he was hosting, and he was like, okay, who are the comedians? And so he was like Gabe and Colin and me and him, and he was like, I'm sorry, what's your name? Like, and he just never got it right. Like, I had to go up there and reintroduce myself, like...
I think that's when me and Saul were in Lubbock, man.
Yeah, you guys are doing
that was one of those things I was like, oh, because I want to see Kevin. Because every time I've seen him, he's done good. He kills.
To me, Kevin is like a name for him, the closer. He was always, when we first started doing this, he was always the closer.
Yeah.
He's always, and he just, like you said, I'm not sure how much of it's written, but he just kills the crowd work game. And he will, if you get in his sights, it can get tough for you out there as a crowd.
See, I would love that. And I would even tell him, dude, I'll be just an audience member. I'm not going to try to be a comedian. Like, I would love to just sit there and hear him just tear me apart, bro. I would love that more than anybody could imagine. Because that's what I grew up with, bro. Like, I grew up in San Jacinto, man, and that's what we did growing up. Like, we would all just sit there and just talk trash, bro. And it was fun, like, in the locker room, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's talking shit. So, like, whenever I hear him just going, I'm like, oh, buddy, like, do me. Like, for real, dude.
And you'll find one person, and he'll dig in on them.
Yeah, and I would love to be
especially if it's, like, making him really embarrassed, too. He's just... The whole show. This is going to be you.
And that's another thing, guys. If y'all ever just need an easy fucking target, I'll never be upset. I will never be upset. I don't care. I'm like, cool. Especially if it's making the show better.
I'm going to say this because I just thought of this, but you're like the leprechaun, and the rainbow at the same time. No, I just got to say that for anybody else thinks about that before me. That's hilarious.
Damn it, bro. That is a good one, dude.
Anyways, shout out to all you comedians. Kevin, shout out to you. And so yeah, guys.
Is that everybody?
That's mostly everybody that I know of that I can think of. But Carrie.
Carrie.
I don't know if she's guys. Let's finish out with Carrie. And
Carrie's part of Yellow City, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, she hasn't. It's gonna be tough to get her on the show because she's working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I love Carrie. Carrie's probably the funniest in Amarillo.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie. She goes up there and you're like, "What am I about to hear?" And then she just says the funniest shit, and you're just like, "Dude."
Yeah,
she's probably the only one that can follow Jacob.
Yeah.
She follows. Oh man, she's just so funny. And the thing is I've seen her when we've gone to other places where she could use her AIM material. Like we went to Lubbock. And she could have used material. She was like, no, I'm going to do new stuff here.
Oh, shit. That's tight.
And I was like, no. I'm going to go up there and use my old stuff that is polished. That way everybody in Lubbock knows I'm a killer. Mm-hmm. She was like, no, I'm doing new stuff tonight. Like, Carrie is, she really understands. She's another person that I think people don't expect how smart she really is. Mm-hmm. Like, she has charts keeping track of how busy the bar's been, and so she's like what did you say last night?
The Barmer's Almanac.
Yeah, she's the Barmer's Almanac, bro. She knows when, because she's been keeping track of it. She could tell you, we're not going to be busy for the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
that's some good information to know.
Oh man, I think people see the blonde bartender and they think that's what she is, but no, man. Like, I can't remember the joke that it was the organ donor joke. That's all I'm gonna say. You know the organ donor joke, right? Where she talks about donating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's a newer one, right?
That joke, when she first told me it, I was like, dude, that's a really good premise. I don't see how it would work. Like, you could tell me, anybody usually could tell me a good premise, and I could be like, it's a good premise, and I could probably write a joke off of it. Yeah. I couldn't figure out how she was going to do it. And then...
I don't remember the punch, but it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Carrie's just always hilarious. Like, and then she always flirts with my dad. Like,
yeah.
Like, she's so sweet.
Well, that's my favorite thing about her is... she understands. She understands that she's a woman. She understands that these drunk guys coming in, and she understands they're gonna try to flirt with her. She'll flirt with them back, you know what I mean? As long as they don't get handsy or nothing, I'm sure. She's never complained. But like, you'll see guys being like, "Oh, Carrie's in love with me," and it's like, no, Carrie's Carrie.
Yeah.
Like
She's
I
in
love
love with the money
like,
in your pocket.
Exactly. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
like Jacob is in love with Carrie.
Yeah, I was gonna bring
He's
that
in
up.
love with Carrie, bro.
I remember that time at just recently. Morgan's like, he's got a boner.
Colin,
No, the Colin was all like, quit looking at my dick.
yeah, Colin at the thing. Yeah, Carrie knows how to. She's been around the game so long. Like it's just second nature to her. Just second nature, bro. She's so good. And that's what we were telling Powwow last night.
Being a bartender, that is a good place to get material.
Yeah, if you're gonna be in stand up, being a bartender, being a server, like you're forced to talk to people. You're forced to try to make people laugh. You're forced to try to make people feel good. Like those are prime.
And you see some crazy shit too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She gets material every time. No,
Yeah.
Well, and she hasn't even got into like we don't really hear like all her jokes are literally her writing, being creative in writing. We haven't even scratched the surface of her life, of who she is.
Yeah. We've scratched the surface of her uncle.
That's not real.
Yeah.
That's all made up. That's the funniest part, dude. She made up a character to make people cringe.
That's
Yeah.
It's
crazy
funnier
as
to keep
shit.
that going.
I honestly was like, maybe this is just one of those stories that people think is a joke and it's really not a joke, but it's funny. But
Yeah, no, she
that's
is, dude.
just-
She is so, and again, she's so smart. Like I can't remember. I'm not gonna remember the chick now. She's the chick that started. She's the chick that started Prohibition. Her name is Carrie Hatchett. I don't know. But I mentioned it to her, and she told me all about her. Like I shouldn't have listened to the podcast. Like, yeah, I heard a podcast about this and this, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and then she just went off telling me all the facts about her. I mean, she knows.
She's the one that carried an actual hatchet, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
She oh dude, you want to know something funny? I don't even know Carrie's last name.
Yeah.
I don't know her last name. It's Carrie at the Circus Room.
Underwood.
And here's another thing though, dude, is she is like one of the most popular bartenders in Amarillo.
Really?
I can go somewhere and talk about the Circus Room, and people be like, "Oh, Circus Room, Carrie's cool though." Like people,
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it is so weird.
That's cool.
Like everybody remembers her. That's why, like, I would love to get her on a show because I feel like we'd get a lot of people there because people would be like, "Oh shit, Carrie's doing it."
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, she's a special attraction.
Yeah.
Like, I
And-
think she's a natural born headliner.
She's a huge part of what we get to do over there at
Yeah.
the Circus Room, and
Yeah.
she's really funny.
I mean, she's really funny. She's also really supportive. Like, I was doing a lot of my new jokes, and she came up to me and she was all like, "Those jokes are great." Like, and I'm just like, "You're so sweet, Carrie."
Or how many times has she told everybody, hey, they're on stage, they're us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she supports
Yeah.
us.
She
Like,
knows how to.
It's cool to see that she supports us, lets us do it, and then she's also funny.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I think we have all the makings in this town to make a good comedy scene, man. Like, with her help, with Colin's genius, like, I think you put Colin in charge of running anything and he will get it going perfect. I think that's just who he is. Like, whether it's comedy, government, anything like
About to get him in charge of putting me and Morgan on a show.
that. More shows.
No, I'm just kidding. That's the last time I'm talking
feel-
about it. That's the last time I'm saying
Well,
something.
we're 6 months in, so I feel like
Honestly,
it's
I'm
time.
not gonna lie. The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm confident now. I wasn't confident a week ago. Trust me.
Yeah, dude.
You
got
It's ebb
weeks
and flows.
confidence
too.
under you now.
Yeah.
It's ebb and flows.
When
dude.
did you start? Did you start before me?
So no,
Or
no,
right
no.
after?
A little after. I started in May this last year, January, February, March.
I think I did start in April,
March,
so
April.
I think I may have had
May. I think it was May, yeah, because I was supposed to move to Colorado, and I was gonna actually do open mics there, but some shit happened, so I had to come back. And coming back, I was looking up open mics, and I was gonna hit up the Crack and Crab, and then I don't know how I ended up seeing the Circus Room, but that was the first one I went to.
You
was the
just heard
Circus
about
Room.
it because
Yeah.
they. Oh,
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Circus Room is hard mode. Like if there's levels to this,
Yeah.
The circus room is hard mode. I feel like the 806 is easier because they listen to you. Or maybe the crab, I don't know. But I feel like the crab is more prestigious for me because that's where you're going to actually see the OGs of the
Crab is intimidating, maybe, because
Yeah.
you see those like as the OGs don't go to the circus
because
room as
Colin's going to
much.
look at you and go,
Yes, yeah, like he's your teacher, like he's the principal in the
Yeah,
back of the room
dude.
judging
Yeah.
you. Like, yeah,
And then if
it's
you get
bad.
a laugh, you're like,
pierces through your
yes.
soul,
Yeah.
dude, with his cold, dead eyes. Like any other time, like when you're not on stage, he's like full of life and love. But when you're on stage, his eyes
He
are
is
just
paying
like
attention.
scanning. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just
he
like
is.
scanning you for comedy to make sure you're not a fraud.
You want to
Yeah.
make sure you're actually up there to try, not just
Yeah,
to be
dude.
up there on a mic.
Hey, did y'all see my edits?
What's up?
Did y'all see any of my edits
Which
on
edit?
Instagram? Well, the one with Colin and Saul.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
I don't have
the
Instagram.
hamburger, or
Oh yeah.
if you go eat, oh, dude, I don't even know. See, that's another thing is his stuff. Oh, so I'm a huge supporter of trimming the fat on your jokes.
Yeah,
Like you want a word economy, less words the better. I somehow don't feel like Colin needs to. I know he does that, but like I feel like Colin could be as wordy as possible and it's still funny.
hilarious.
Well, because he's got punchlines and in most of the words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why like that whole from that edit about the fry portal or whatever. I can't even say it because it was just so. Oh man, what a G, dude! He's so dude, so good.
So now, guys. So now, what's next for like comedy, man? What are y'all gonna do now? What's the next show and all that stuff, man?
I don't even know when the next show is.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna only be doing mics until March or April.
Daddy Colin said something.
No, I wish. No, I'm even if he did tell me, I'm gonna be too busy. So
Hey, but how does that work? So in the group chat, is he like, "Hey guys, I got a show. Who's in?" How does that work? Or does he pick some? How does that work?
I wouldn't know.
he would.
Sorry.
So the Butler show, he messaged me and said, are you available on this date? And I said, yeah. And he goes, cool. I want you on the Butler show.
Oh, wow.
And then I didn't know who was on the Butler show until I got there. Cause like we were at the circus room, and I started asking everybody. I was like, are any of y'all on the Butler show? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, so it's none of the circus room guys. And then we went up to the crab. I forgot to ask anybody. And then I think we were at Elements, and Saul said something to me about him going before me. That it was going to be him and then me. And I was like, oh no, I'm following you. And then Colin told me I wasn't doing 10 minutes, I was doing 15. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I found that all out like a couple days before. So
Is that how that works? So he just calls you and texts
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, just text
He
you.
just
He'll text and
asks us. I think for my first show, he kind of just asked in the group chat who wants to come out and perform.
see,
and
that's
so-
what he did the first show I missed, and
Yeah.
I was busy, so I wasn't able to text back. So everybody else got put on the show, and I didn't.
Damn,
I was really upset at myself. I went and bought a phone for that reason.
for real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now I don't
Yeah.
don't stress it.
Yeah, I was like, it
I
comes
think-
when it comes. I don't want to. I
For
feel
my
like
second show, he was all like, I'm gonna have this person, and Denelli, and I was just like, oh, okay, I'm cool.
Hey, when y'all did y'all's first show, do y'all get that adrenaline rush? Like, oh my gosh, it's going.
I was really
because like
nervous.
it's different from an open mic, right?
Yeah.
It's not like oh.
I feel like it's way more nerve wracking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My first show, I was really, really nervous, and I had been going to open mics that whole week. So I went to like the circus room, and then I had went to the Crab, and then we didn't have one on Thursday, but Dr. Comical had reached out and he was like, "Hey, me and Javi are gonna go out to Lubbock to a mic there. You want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I went, and Javi gave me some great feedback. He was all like, "Do your show." Like, do the set exactly like you did tonight and you're going to kill. And I was like, cool. So then I went to the show and I was just like so scared. And then actually in the middle of my first show, so at Fillmore's, they have a patio area, right? And there was a lady sitting close to the patio area door, and when Saul was hosting, he would go out there and then come back up on stage and then go back out there. And this lady that was sitting there, she grabbed her cup and threw the ice outside, and it hit Saul perfectly. And I was the only one that was able to see that because I was right on stage. So I like blanked a little bit because I saw that, and it distracted me, and I was like, oh no.
That's hilarious.
Like, and then so after I went up to Saul, I was like, dude, are you okay? I saw the whole thing. And he was like, oh my gosh. He was like, I was so upset. But then I talked to that lady, and, you know, she apologized. She didn't know I was there, like, you know, and it was just hilarious. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. I had told Saul, I was like, that kind of made me blank for a little bit. But, I mean, I was able to catch back up and continue going, so.
I think I've never done an actual show, but I think that it's one of the things that's cool about a show is that you get more laughs like than you do at an open mic, because I feel like when people pay for the show, they want to be there. They want to be there. They're ready to laugh, and that is a little bit like, I don't know, encouraging to know that like you still have to work for your laughs, obviously, but it just seems like whenever you crush at a show, you'd never do that like that at a open mic.
Unless you do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've
and typically the crowds are way bigger at a paid show too.
But like at the 806, there's a chance you can crush at the 806.
Yeah, and because that's gonna be the biggest crowd.
You've done really good a couple times at the 806.
Yeah, you've crushed at some mics, and then like Javi crushes at mics. Preston has crushed at mics. I feel that I just go there to work on my stuff.
You killed at the Circus Room. Was it 3 weeks ago?
With my fan?
No, but it doesn't
Dude, you
matter.
were feeling yourself that night.
It wasn't that your fan. It was that you had a fan there, but you had confidence.
It wasn't the fan. It was the confidence.
I felt like you have never told your jokes better too. Like just
you didn't stumble. You didn't have any fat in the jokes. It was set up, punchline.
the Brutus.
I don't think Brutus said cue laughter one time.
Yeah, he didn't say cue laughter at all.
Laughter not once.
No,
he didn't even think about it. That's how flowy you were. You knew it wasn't.
But you said I got a fan. You were like,
I know, because this lady came up to me. She's like, I love you. You make me laugh every time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a fan. Like, and even you told me. Like, I got out of the car.
I was outside looking for you. I was outside and found you.
She was, when she told us that, I was like, okay, yeah, she about to know.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, like, but the shows are easier to I mean, people are just wanting to.
They're paying attention.
There's no better feeling, dude. Like I always tell everybody that the best feeling I've ever had in my life, like, was watching my kids accomplish their things. You know what I mean? Like, as a father, you're just so proud. The second best feeling ever is killing in comedy, like doing a show and doing good, and then. This is going to sound even more selfish. You wanted to make it even better. When we did that show at Mono Negra there in Lubbock, me and Saul, whenever you and me and Saul killed and the other two didn't really do too good. And so people are walking out and they're shaking mine and Saul's hand and they're telling us, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all were so good. It was so... And then they don't say shit to the other two comedians, bro. That's also another one of those that's like better than heroin feelings.
When
you know what I mean?
when you're in somebody else's town.
Yeah, we came to their territory. We conquered. Yeah. Oh, bro, it was beautiful.
Not me being heartbroken that I wasn't invited to that too.
Yeah, bro.
Because I was like, if this is for Hispanic Heritage Month, like, I feel overlooked. Not, but I mean, they don't know me, so
yeah, I was
not yet.
I was surprised. Like Selena said, the chick that runs it said I was highly recommended, so I assumed that was Saul and Colin being like, he's the one. But yeah, dude, those feelings of killing those shows I think that's where it's at. I can't wait to get. Get fucking Preston on there.
That's the next dragon to slay is to kill on a show where you like. I can't. I feel like I can't even call myself a comedian until someone paid money to come see me.
You're an open micer.
Agree. Yeah.
Like I don't.
You're
I
Nathan
could
Martin.
I could call myself that.
Yeah,
I
y'all
could-
gonna get there, man. I know y'all. Are.
People see the videos that I post and they're like, "Let me know next time you do comedy." And like, they're open mics. I just wait. Like, trust me, everybody's gonna know when I have one. Everybody,
Yeah,
even
bro.
if you don't want to know, you're gonna know.
like, you're a comedian? No, I pay to do comedy.
Yeah, I
Basically.
buy the drinks to go
Yeah,
up there.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
So here's what I'm gonna do with you guys. So I'm gonna go to this next open mic with you guys, and I'm gonna bring a spot. You know how I have these lights. I have a spotlight that I wanted to try. I don't know how it's gonna look, but we'll see how it goes. But what I wanted to do with you guys, I wanted to do another live podcast. And like I told Javi, I was hoping that you guys can.
What's up?
I don't know. I just hear it.
Am I moving something?
I don't know. You're good. But
Oh, sorry.
I wanted to bring you guys on again. But I was hoping like y'all would be like my closing acts, if that's cool with y'all.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Hell yeah.
What exactly would it be doing?
It's it's just a comedy show. I don't know if this is like,
So what we'll do. I guess we can talk about it after the podcast. You want to talk about it now?
But no, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after
But what
the
I'm trying
idea.
to get at is I'm trying to do a live podcast again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
But-
really would like you guys to, be my, my closing. But I really hoping like Jacob would be my
Would
last
we-
act, and then my last person would be because what I've always wanted to do was I wanted to do this live once a month, put on the internet. But and then after that, DJ said. And
So do you do? Are you going to be recording people's sets, or are you going to be?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the sets.
it's the
It's kind of like what he did before.
So we're gonna do. I mean, just to break down, 5-minute sets for everybody else. A musical act at the end. Be right. He told me all this the other night, and I was like, "It's a really good idea."
and it'll be like kind of like a Kill Tony, but our version. I was hoping you, Morgan, would be one of the judges.
Yeah,
I
you
would
one
be
of
glad
those-
to.
yeah.
Oh shit.
To
So,
judge.
It'll be fun, man. We did it
Oh,
last
shit.
time. There was a lot of people that last time, and I want to
Yeah.
do it again. And I'm hoping.
Yeah, the people I brought were really impressed with that.
Well, I really want to.
Well, we'll get word back out. Get Jacob. Get Colin promoting.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean, just for you guys, you know what I'm saying? And
Well-
then if they want to come. I don't know if Colin, I don't know how that feels. I'm just hoping he would be okay
Well,
with it.
even if he doesn't come, he'll promote it. Like Colin always promotes it.
Okay. Just this is all for you guys.
Yeah.
Just trying to help you guys and build Just Carry. And I'm hoping Preston can be like one of the top, like the last bits. Like, all right, give it up for Preston, and then you hear, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
It'd be like this. It'd be like, everybody, give it up for Preston, and then we'll do this.
I'd be like, somebody shut that cricket up. It's making too much noise.
That cricket's heckling me.
Yeah.
I gotta pretend like I heard that and laugh, guys. I'm glad y'all said it was a cricket.
Okay.
oh gosh.
No, you honestly didn't miss much.
No, I knew it. I kind of knew it.
No, we'll do Nelly. No, I have some. I really want to do sound bites. I'm just trying to figure that out. But
I need an audio description, Denelli. Come on now.
it was
like-
chimes. It was
yeah.
It was like it was.
Oh man.
I'm using her joke. Come on now, dude.
Yes.
I'm playing
Yes.
3D chess, and y'all are still playing checkers.
Yeah.
Catch up.
There you go. You gotta be like chimes. You know.
But no, I'm trying to get sound. I'm trying to do sound bites, and I'm trying to do just. But what I wanted to do, and like I told Javier about this, but we're gonna get in touch with this one. I really want to bring roast battles. Have y'all seen roast battles on
Yeah.
before? And
I haven't
really
seen
wanna-
a lot of them. I
host
think that'd
that,
be
but
fun.
I'm definitely not good at it.
But
I'll tell you how it works.
But see, it's Javi was talking about it. It's not like you just go up there like Gabe and just out of the blue. It's more like prepared.
Yeah.
It's
And I
not
didn't
like
know-
rap battles where
Yeah.
you just go up there and diss each other.
Yeah.
It's
Rap battles aren't even like
it's,
that.
It's more like two people. This is who you're going up against, and then weeks prepare, and then y'all battle. And I didn't know that. So now I'm gonna get with Javier with that. But in the future, that's what we're gonna do. So what I want to do
Damn.
is just I'm gonna have sound bites, but more. You know what I'm saying?
How does that
Yeah.
work? You just do matchups?
Well,
So-
yeah. How
It'd be
does
like-
it go?
So from what I understand, they'll tell the people, they'll make a bracket of people. Like let's say we're gonna have a
Yeah.
contest.
It'd be like a
And
tournament?
so let's say it's you and Preston are gonna go up against each other. We'll give both y'all questionnaires to fill out. And it'll have like what's your most embarrassing moment.
Oh, some
and
giving
yeah,
him
you
material?
put on there all your stuff, and then y'all exchange information. And then you write jokes according to that. Like if you ever watch those roast battles, that's how you know. Like, wow, how did they know his mom was?
That's how they know.
Had one leg and worked at Long John Silver's. Like that's how it's because people write that
That
stuff down.
makes so much sense, dude.
Yeah.
I've watched these. I'm like, they're so detailed. Like, like how do they do that?
They
need to watch some
prepare
of
that
those.
material.
Yeah.
It's not like freestyle rap battles where they
See,
diss.
and that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But now when Harvey told me that's okay, so now we can work some. But it won't. This will probably be next, 2025.
You know,
what I'm
I
saying?
had told Jacob, I was like, B-Roy told me that he would love to have us on there for a roast battle because that's
y'all
all
could
we
start it off.
That's all we were doing
Well-
for like a month and a half.
Well, I wanted that like in like the very last. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, but like I'd like open mic. Obviously, this is just for like practice, open mic, and then you need rookies. And then it'll be, then we'll have a performer, you know what I'm saying? I won't say who, but we'll have a performer, rapper here. And then just close the show. And then, hey, have a good night. Go get some drinks. And then I'm going to say something along the lines of, I don't want to see none of you guys on the mugshots. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's just something like that. And then if Colin likes it, then I really would like to have like Colin and Saul as a judge. And then just, it won't be an open mic. It'll just be comedians, maybe outside comedians. And then, stuff like that, man. And then... And then have the sound bites while someone's speaking just to make it funnier. And that's what I've always wanted to do with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, again, this is not like every day. It's more like, I'm not trying to burn material. You know what I'm saying? It'll be more like once a month or once every other month or something. You know what I'm saying?
Something different. Like,
Something
we're just
to
trying to
mix it up,
entertain people. And
it's something we can all benefit from. Like, I mean, we can get, more views for him. We can get, more exposure for us. Because, that's something that kills me is when people don't know that we're doing comedy.
So,
Like,
a lot of people don't.
yeah.
People like even the people I talk to, they're like, I don't even know they had stuff like that. And it's like honestly, like when I found it, it was a whole nother world for me too. Like it was. I'm so glad I did.
So that's my plan. After Tuesday, depending on how this box sounds, and then if everything goes according to how I'm trying to get it to, then we'll start planning. And then I'd love to have all you guys, and then you know what I'm saying, one of the performers close the show, and then have some drinks. You know what I'm saying?
I think that'd be great. I think people would like. You could tell people about that. They'd be more apt to come and watch that than just be like us working on our material.
Yeah,
like that'd be a more.
Yeah.
You see that flyer like we're doing the special
it's
event.
it's an open mic, you know what I'm saying? It's a free general admission, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be at the Circus Room. So, and then hopefully if it hits, then we can probably look into actual venues, and then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
we could
B-Rush-
Madison Square Garden,
the
here we
B-Rush-
come.
The B-Rush Show Live, or what'd you call it? The talk show host or something
I
like that?
can't remember what I said the other day.
But like it's just a live podcast, hopefully partnering with Yellow City and a performer, and then just go from there.
The funniest thing is when we talked about this the other day, I was the most soberest I'd ever been in my life, and I cannot remember anything from that conversation.
Really?
Yeah, I
He's
could
too
remember
sober.
any other conversation me and you had. Cannot remember. I remember the ideas, you know what I mean, but I don't remember like the little stuff, like the ideas of what I said to call it or any of that. Can't remember it at all.
Come on, man.
No,
You
man.
read my mind and everything. You're
Yeah, I
all-
know, it was really weird. I gave Erratic Soul fucking 2 hours worth of dating advice. Like, yeah, dude, I
You're
was
sober?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, when
Don't
I
do
was
that
sober,
again.
I like turned into a drunk.
Don't do that again.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, never
Stay.
again, bro.
He's like-
fucked
never.
up.
He's like Bender from Futurama. He just has to be intoxicated and like
Yeah, dude, no,
to
legit.
function.
Or it doesn't work right.
Legit, dude.
Javi's life isn't called Javi's life. It's called Javi's Bender.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's just something that we'll talk about here in a second. We'll talk about all that here, and after this, I'll kind of have an idea, and hopefully it'll work out. But anyways, man, what else y'all got to say, man? Because we're already about almost. Well, we got like 20 more minutes.
Oh shit. Well,
Well,
one of the I was just gonna talk about this, but one of the first times I went to the open mic, we had two ladies walk out because they were mad about homeless people. They're like, "Dang, they're making jokes about homeless people," and I wish they would have just stayed until Jacob went because they would have been more mad. It would have been homeless people they were worried about.
that would have been way more funny.
Yeah.
I want to say, man, y'all guys have been kicking ass, bro. Like, y'all are getting it. Y'all are getting funnier. Y'all are sharpening the material. Like, and I know that shit sucks, dude. Like, you'll hear people say you got to say, and it gets boring saying the same thing over and over again, man. But that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, the good thing is nobody that comes to the open mic is ever going to go to your show. And vice versa, no one that ever goes to your show will ever come to an open mic. So.
Yeah.
Except for you, I mean, the people you bring, but
Yeah,
that's
except
on
for,
you.
yeah,
That's on you.
Your loved ones.
Yeah, I was like, that's on you.
But dude, my son helps me write my material. Like, that's no secret. But he's only gone to 2 shows
Dang.
and 1 open mic. He went to an open mic one night, but
That's how I remember that.
yeah, he's only gone to 2 shows and 1 open mic. My dad, he went to the Butler show, which was surprising. My mom went to my newbie show. Like, and that's about it. Like, I don't bring people out.
I feel like it makes
I
you more
try to
nervous.
bring girls out. That's it.
I just bring my dad with me everywhere.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
for my first show, like I didn't have. You need to get a tripod, dude. Like
I know.
for your recording.
He
and
has
stuff.
a Bud Light.
Nah, bro, that shit's dope.
Like that's hilarious,
ghetto.
but I didn't have that, and so I was all like, Dad, I really want my show to be recorded so I can like put it on YouTube and like kind of where I started to now type thing, you know, my progress, and that's really what I have it for. And so he recorded it, and of course it was like a blind man recording it, so it was like in pieces, like. And all you could see was like a lot of movement, like because he couldn't really pinpoint where I was.
It's just pitch black, and she's over here like, I don't like chicken, but I date black guys.
Why you telling my jokes?
Sorry.
I don't have much stuff recorded personally.
Yeah.
B-Rye got me the other night.
10 minutes. I was like, damn.
Do you? Is it just because you don't want to?
Yeah, I don't want to burn material. I
Okay.
don't want people to know my material.
You don't have to post it. Just watch it.
Nah.
No.
Nah, I'm gonna get my stuff from B-Rye, but like, and I could record my own stuff, but nah, man, I'm good. I have a very good memory of what I say on stage and what I need to not say.
Yeah,
because I take it personal. Like, I really do take it personal. Whenever I could have everybody in the room laughing, but one person, I'm going to remember that one person. So I take it super personal. So also, I don't want to watch. I hate watching myself.
That I'm not gonna lie. That's the hardest part is watching yourself again. I'm just terrible at remembering stuff. So like, I'll be rewatching and I'll be like, oh, I need to fix that, and then I'll know to fix it. But if I don't record it, then I'll never
What
know I
drives
messed
me
up on.
nuts right now is that you have a new joke where you say estate sale.
Yeah, estate sale.
Estate.
Estate sale.
You always say
Estate.
estate.
I thought you did that
I
on
think
purpose.
that's funny. To me, it's funny. It's like estate because that's how it's spelled.
I
What's
know
the
it
one
just
that,
bothers me.
Talking about
the
telling
new
my
guy
jokes. No, I'm just
Jade,
kidding.
he can't say recreational.
Yeah. I know. You're
I don't even know how he's saying it, but he keeps saying, he tries to say recreational and he keeps messing it up, and it's driving me nuts, dude. But he's so funny that I forget to tell him, hey, you got to fix that word. Yeah, dude, he says this, but I also think he's smart enough to know that he's saying it like that.
So you don't want to be like, is that the joke? Like, is that a part of it?
He might just be like, might be like an inside baseball to fuck with us.
Yeah. Hey, that's
That's for real. So, you know, that's what Jacob says. Is all he's doing comedy is to make y'all guys laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
the only reason why he does it.
I feel like he rarely repeats anything too. Like I hear him repeat jokes, but it's like I feel like he makes every set fresh. Like, and I see them all, so it's like I think that he's really good at making, like, you can tell he's aiming it at us.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like his set is,
Yeah, he wants to make us laugh. That's
It's-
his goal.
like, I've heard repeat jokes, but like for the most part, each set is very different. He's not doing just like, I'll do like a set exactly the same.
I think he just freestyles it, right? Like he goes up there and just says what's on his mind or what he's been thinking that day.
That's what makes me mad about him, is that he can literally just say what happened to him that day, and it's hilarious because his life is just
funny.
so chaotic. I really am jealous of that because
Oh, wait till he tells you all about the story about Miguel. I'm not going to ruin that. It's going to be a killer set next time we see him, dude. He's going to tell you the story.
Hey guys, can I ask you something? Comedy, how has it changed y'all's lives?
it's changed mine big time. I don't know. I think like it's helped my like. It's very daunting to have not done any comedy or be in front of people and then go up and do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, it's helped my confidence, to be honest with you. Like, that sounds gay to say, but it's like, I was very, very scared to go up. And then now it's like to have slayed that dragon, it really is cool to be that scared of, you know, like public speaking, and then kind of like wrestle that demon. It makes you, I don't know, it makes you feel good. That kind of sounds gay to say, but
No, that's not gay at all, bro.
but yeah, it has helped me big time, like with my confidence that I did something like that. And I still don't think I'm very good, but I just go up and do it, and it's consistency is what I'm after. I'd like ask Kavi, how many mics have I missed since I started doing this?
One.
My mom was in the hospital is the only
Yeah.
time that I
was
missed a
gonna say
mic.
one, and it was very acceptable whenever he was apologizing.
You
I was
know,
like, "Don't
and
apologize."
Javi knows something's wrong if I'm not there.
Yeah.
Because I think consistency is just like, I'm like, I'm going to either get good at this, or I'm going to find out that it's never going to happen.
Yeah. I mean,
And the only way I'm going to do that is just go up every single time I can. And that's what they call exposure therapy. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's,
Getting rid of your agoraphobia.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is agoraphobia?
All right. Now we went this whole
That's the word I
time.
said the other day that she corrected me on. Where you're afraid of you're afraid of the outside world.
Like you're afraid of being in public places.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's
Stage,
gay.
like stage fright.
No, that's gay. No, I'm just kidding. Whoever has that disease or whatever, I'm sorry.
But if you
being
Javi,
pussy.
that's,
Phobia.
Oh, if you have that phobia, stop being a pussy. Anyway,
Javi saying he never had stage fright, that sucks.
no.
That's
What do you mean
bullshit.
that sucks?
That sucks for me, not for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it
bullshit.
doesn't suck for that. For
I didn't
people.
have enough extra thing to
Like
get
I felt
hurdle
like
to get
there was
over.
like a see, I started doing comedy, well, like I actually started doing the mics consistently like 6 months ago, but I was writing jokes. My pops died in October. Before that, that's when I stopped doing it, and I was writing jokes all along. But I never had a set that I wasn't like, just like so scared, like so nervous that I could have ever like really like had a good set. And then it was I only did like 4 or 5 of those, but then doing it now, it's really, I don't know, it's cool. I don't know.
I was just gonna say I like how it challenged me because in school I wasn't ever the funny person. I was always getting made fun of. So now on the other side, now I'm on the other side.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, I know, right? To this day I still do, but it's cool. Like, and I was never good at writing, so the fact that it challenged me to actually sit down and like write stuff or think about stuff and critically think about stuff, because in school I was always a numbers guy. I can do numbers all day, but writing words down and put them in the right order. Y'all see me up there. The other day I put my punchlines before setting them up, and now, that was I crashed and burned. That was fun.
He just went up there and said nothing but
Punchlines,
Yeah.
because it was one of those nights that just nobody showed up, and I was like, everybody already knows my jokes. Let's see how these punchlines do.
But he
See if
said
they-
every punchline
Every
he's ever had. He said like 10 minutes worth of punchlines. It was like impressive, but
wrong. It was wrong.
We're not supposed to consider it a art. But
Yeah.
that it's the closest thing I have to an art. So I gotta consider it that.
yeah, me too.
Like I thought I would just
It's a
never
fine
have
art.
it. I would never have an art, and it is what
Why
it
can't
is.
we call it an art? What?
Well,
That makes
it
sense.
it technically is. It's
Yeah.
I was
spoken,
like, you're
it's
writing
spoken word.
It's like poems, but funny. It's
Yeah,
a funny
Spoken
poem.
word, but it's gay
Comedians
if you
are
call
supposed,
it
we're not
that.
supposed to take ourselves serious.
No.
Is the whole it's you know what I mean? It's
Oh, it's like an
hack stuff,
ensign. Yeah, okay.
but- Denelli, how does it change your life, bro?
I mean, I don't know. I started doing comedy back when the pandemic had started, actually. And it was something that I did in my hometown. And I really enjoyed it. I really had a good experience with it, even though it was like a lot of virtual mics at that point. But it was a lot of fun, actually.
That's cool.
And but then I had taken a break because I had just started grad school. So then I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna have time to do this as much anymore. And then I ended up jumping back into it once I graduated. So I started around the same time you started.
This time, like
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Javi's
And
the only
so-
one that hasn't had like a big break. I feel like actually you haven't either. Like started and then
Right.
took a big break.
But yeah, I think it's really like helped me like with my confidence as well. Like, I mean, I feel like that I'm already a really confident person. I'm brave, like, but I feel like it has helped me a lot with my confidence, and it's helped me to just kind of express myself in a way that I didn't think I could have expressed myself, because like you guys already know, I call my comedy traumedy, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of like the stuff that I make fun of is really like traumatic stuff, but if I can't learn to laugh at that, then like,
That's something too that it's helped me with. Like, I've always been the person to make a joke or to try to get people laughing, but now it's more of like it's thinking about it more. It's more of like, all right, now I can say this, and it just gets it off my chest, and I don't have to say it I don't have to say it 5 different times and remember it. I can say it in front of people and see if it works or doesn't.
And what I also learned in comedy too is like your material goes quick. Right?
Oh.
Like I didn't realize that until I had started doing it more frequently, like with you guys, like with Yellow City. I started going to these mics more frequently, like as often as you were going, right? And I realized, I was like, man, I'm really burning through this material real quick. I need to come up with some more
especially
new stuff.
with 3 mics. Yeah.
Yeah.
You write 5 jokes and you think you're doing good, and you say those 5 jokes for 2 weeks, and by like the fourth or fifth open mic, people are looking at you like, I can tell you this joke for you, type stuff.
Yeah.
So.
B-Ryan, are we being funny enough? Are we being too fucking serious?
We get to the 4th or 5th time to where it's that way, now we're judging you on why you're screwing up on this joke.
The same joke he was trying to
Yeah,
say.
you got that joke down. It should be good.
Yeah, like what's going on?
That, or at least I am. Like I do that. Like
Yeah.
I'll be like, come on, dude, you know this joke. Why are you fucking it up?
Yeah.
Like, and that sounds harsh, but like that's how I am on.
I mean, but
Yeah.
that's how like
That's how you should
musicians
be.
are.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, here's my question. Here's the question: are y'all guys more nervous about the public speaking and not being funny, or y'all more nervous about fucking up the joke?
Now is different than like when
Yeah.
at first I was just scared that I was just gonna like have a nervous breakdown there.
Okay.
But now I just know my jokes aren't that funny, so I'm just like, hopefully I can make them sound kind of funny.
I was more scared of bombing because like that's how I got into comedy, was honestly watching
So you
other
were scared of
podcasts, Skill
bombing.
Tones. Yeah, and I just was like, if these aren't funny, then why am I even now just like a doofus?
See, I was more nervous my first time, and again, because I don't have stage fright, I wasn't nervous about going up and talking. I was nervous about not saying my joke correctly.
Yeah, I feel I'm that way now.
Yeah.
Like now I'm like, damn it, I didn't say
Because I
that
know
right.
it's funny.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
say that.
I think now, like, at first it was like a fear of going up and saying those jokes in front of people, right? But now it's more of like, what if I forget the order that my jokes go in to make them flow? Right.
Or just forget to tell a joke and then you go
yes.
sit down and Javi's like, give it up for Preston, and you're like, I forgot to tell like 2 jokes, damn it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah, see, that's always my biggest. When I'm nervous before, when you see me pacing and you think, oh, he's nervous, I'm nervous that I'm going to stumble over a word. Because it's like, no, you're a professional. You're not supposed to do that.
Strangely enough, I mean, that's something I feel like I should be worried about
Yeah,
for some
so
reason.
I was
I'm not.
wondering that. Like, because like, I don't have stage fright. I've never
Sometimes
been.
I don't know what I'm scared of. And it's not a big deal
Spiders.
now.
I'm afraid of spiders.
there is
And
sometimes go ahead.
sometimes I'm scared of the crowds because we never know.
I'm scared of. I mean, eventually we're gonna have to get to the point where we know the
Fuck
crowds
the
and
crowd.
stuff. But yeah,
I'm not afraid of them. What are they
no,
going to
see,
do?
We sound like bitches.
Like,
I'm
when-
afraid of the boundaries. Like I'm afraid of just pushing over the boundary, like just enough.
yeah, because like
No.
there's different
But-
crowds everywhere. Like we don't get the same crowd that we do at the circus room,
But that's
at the
good.
Crab, at 806.
No, the 806 you get the
Like-
same crowd every single time. But I'm just
No, you
I'm
don't.
just-
That is the
No, I'm
most.
just kidding.
That's the one that
Yeah.
changes like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't
Just
know if you're
kidding,
like
just
we went the last 3 806s. They weren't PC crowds.
Yeah.
I was up there saying horrible stuff. This last one, people were laughing like this.
Yeah, they were scared to laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
The best
Yeah.
one was when that band came and did like a spot, like several spots. So they brought like a different crowd in there. That was the best
That
crowd.
was
That was the best
fun.
crowd I probably performed in front
Yeah,
of.
that was fun.
That was like,
But no, man, don't be afraid of the crowd. Fuck them. Like when the Austrian dude threatened me, I was like, oh cool, I'm about to become a legend.
Yeah.
I'm about to get in a fight
Yeah,
up here.
I'm about to get my ass beat for comedy, and everybody's gonna be like, "Damn, that's legendary."
And I'm gonna have a joke to tell
Yeah, and
about
I'm gonna
it.
have a joke, and I had a joke either way. Now
Yeah.
I have my joke about. Y'all
Yeah.
heard it last night. Like,
Yeah.
it's all just an experience. Your bombing is an experience. The people coming up to you afterwards saying whether you did good or bad, it's all experience.
Yeah.
Like, there's no such thing as a good experience or a bad. I'm gonna get all hippie on y'all. No such thing as a good experience or a bad experience. There's only experiences.
Yeah. It's how you take it.
Yeah,
You might learn from it or you might not.
What's up?
I said you might learn from the experience or you might not.
You always
the
learn from
Stat Circus room one. I learned so much that night.
That's why whenever I've seen Javi go through some pretty sticky situations, and I know I'm not the one in them, so I'm like, whatever. But I'm always just like, dude, you learned from that. Like whenever Colin and at the Erratic show, when Colin had to do 45 minutes,
Oh,
and then
my
you had to go up
God.
there and help him. I was
Yeah.
like, all I could think was, at least you can say you did that.
Yeah, me and Colin. So, Erratic Show has the variety show.
Yeah,
and there's I'll go to say the guy's name. You could edit it if you want.
Don't say his name. I don't want to.
All right. Well, there's this DJ who was supposed to have been there, and he messages 15 minutes before the show that he hadn't even left Dalhart yet.
Oh shit.
So we get it put together. They get it going, man. And Colin's opening, and then it's going to be a musician, and then like me. And so I'm outside walking back and forth up and down the side of the building practicing my material. I got 10 minutes worth of material, and I'm going on. I did it one time, stopped about 3 minutes in, and I was walking back the other way. And as I'm walking towards the door, I hear Colin say, "Where's Javi at?"
Oh yeah.
And so when I heard
Like
him
he's
say,
up there on the stage? Like he's performing?
Colin was. So when I heard him say, "Where's Javi?" I was thinking, "Oh no, I've been practicing longer. They've been calling me for a while." Because I was in the back of the building.
Yeah.
So I run in there. When I run in there, I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry." And Colin's like, "No, you didn't do nothing. The DJ's now there, and he wants them to switch over the stuff." Meaning Colin's 10 minutes now has turned into, he had already done like
20 before.
Yeah,
well,
he
he probably
like-
did 30 before you got up
Yeah,
there.
he had already done 20 or 30 because it was going to be Colin and a rapper. So like, you know, I had plenty of time to practice. So I'm like, okay, so what do we do? And he's like, we gotta come up with something. So me and Colin just sat up there improvising, and nobody cared because everybody was mad that the show wasn't going on.
Damn.
Nobody wanted to hear us. And then so we do a good 45 minutes worth of material.
Shit.
Like just
together,
back and forth. And I flat out said, I don't want to do my set because then what am I going to do here in a minute whenever I'm supposed to come up here?
Yeah.
And like me and Colin just going back and forth. They finally get going. I mean, it was just a bad. And I love Erratic. Like I love the kid. He's a good dude. But like, you got, it goes back to like, when I said like if you bomb before me, I hate you.
Yeah.
It goes back to like I will never forgive that DJ because he ruined the show.
Yeah. He was
He
late.
ruined
He
a
ruined
great
it.
show. It was going to be native crowds closing, dude, man. You know me, Colin, and Gabe. You know, you got 3 heavy hitters from Yellow City. Got a burlesque dancer. You mean it was.
Just different
Yes,
shit. Yeah.
Almighty Psy, who's just a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, it was just going to be, it was a killer show that one guy who couldn't be professional ruined.
Yeah.
And I know we're supposed to be funny. I'm getting serious.
Yeah.
But like it happens. But like I learned a lot that night. I learned that just say no. It would have been much better if me and Colin would have just been like, no, we'll wait till it's our turn.
Yeah.
Like it'd been better if Colin would have done his 10 minutes and just walked off stage.
And just left it there.
Yeah, just left the crowd empty. Left that because the crowd, as we were up there trying to buy time, they were getting madder at us.
Like they had to blame somebody and y'all had
Yeah.
the mic in y'all's hands. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I learned something right. I will never, ever do that again. Ever. If they tell me I need you to buy time, and I've done, and now this is my 3rd lesson in this buying time thing.
Third time's a
I've
charm.
done other rap shows that this happened. I did a rap show I don't remember the
A
guys.
couple months ago. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
remember you posting about it.
Yeah, and I was supposed to do 10 minutes, and I get there. No, I was supposed to do 5 minutes, and they were supposed to have you and Jacob on the show, and then they ended up just wanting me to do 15. I go up there, and the guy's like, "Oh, you need to do 30." And I'm like, I don't have 30 minutes of material.
Yeah, like that is not.
Like, not that flows together, not that I practiced. And then I'm up there, and I'm like, you know what? They were like, well, just do 20. I'm like, I could do 20.
Yeah.
So I'm up there, and I'm doing 20, and I'm even freestyling some stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, thank y'all guys very much. You're a great audience. Nobody comes to get the mic from me. I put the mic in. Nobody comes up on stage. And I see the owner of the place. He's not the dude doing the show. But, I see him going like this, hey, dude, you got to keep going.
But it wasn't your show, so
No.
you should have just walked out.
Yeah. But I kept going. Yeah. And then, after I walked out, the guy who's doing the shows in the back hitting nitrous fucking tanks.
Yeah. Doing some stupid shit.
Yeah, bro. So, I'm learning. You have these lessons that you learn. Okay, if someone asks you to be on a show, you should probably figure out who they are first. You shouldn't just be gung ho and be like, oh, I get some stage time, because luckily I did good that show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you get paid for that show?
No.
What? No. That's the thing that does bug me, man. I ain't doing that. If I do a show,
I don't.
You.
I don't mind it. So as long as you treat me right. I don't mind going up on stage, but so as long as it's, hey man, you're doing 15 minutes, you're just here to do 15. You're not here to host. I'm not gonna surprise host it on you and be like, oh well, I thought you would host. I'm not. If you
has that happened to you a lot?
Yeah.
They asked you to be on a show, you're expecting to be on the show, and then they're like, oh,
that
yeah,
happened
you're
to
hosting.
Colin. He was supposed to just be on a show, and now he's a host. And then I felt bad, and I was like, well, I'll help you host the second half. And now I'm there till 1 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like being professional. I'm cool with helping people out, doing free shows or whatever, if they show me they want to be professional. If they show me that they have a goal and a dream or something that they're trying to go for, I will help you out 100%. But the moment you show me that this is just your hobby, this is just fun for you, nah, man. I'm not. If it's your hobby and your fun thing, then I'm cool on that. It's not been I'm not gonna be your play toy.
Yeah.
Or a quick way for them to make money.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a quick way. My buddy, dude, I'm almost saying names. Be right.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's another guy that I hosted a rap show, man, and I was supposed to just host, and he wanted me to collect because he was making rappers pay to be on the show. So you have to either sell 5 tickets or give him $25 to be on the show.
What?
And so he's giving me.
And people were doing that?
Yeah, they're doing that.
I mean, I guess you get where you get in, but that's
the rappers
crazy.
are doing it, bro. They're desperate.
Damn.
And so he's sitting there, and I grew up with this cat, and he's sitting there telling me, all right, this person's next. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, hey, but so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go tell them they're next. Oh yeah, could you tell them that they need to give me that 25? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, they gotta give me their money still. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not your collector, bro. I'm not gonna go up to that.
That
dude
sounds
and
like a villain, by the way.
yeah,
I'm the collector.
the collector.
Oh, it's a Mortal Kombat person.
Yeah, it is
I was
a
all
Mortal
like, I knew
Kombat,
it
dude.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's the dude with the spider legs and the Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern,
Yeah, but yeah, dude, and he wanted me to go up to people and be like, "Hey, you're next, or you'll be next if you give me this $25." And I was like, "I'm not doing that, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not doing it.
You weren't even. It wasn't even
No.
your money to get.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing this as a favor to him for free.
Yeah.
So,
that's insane.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm doing this as yo, you're my homeboy. You need a host. I got you.
You should have gone in there and been like, now it's 30 and I get to keep 5.
Dude, I was like, get me out of this show.
Yeah, I'm not.
I was so mad.
You wanted to leave at that point.
I'm not trying to do all that though, man. When we do my show, it'll be hopefully it'll be pretty smooth. But I learned from that, man.
That's why I trust. That's why I fuck with B-Ride, because he's only showed me the most respect from the get-go. From the first time I came, it's like, these are the rules. This is a thing. And I'm like, okay, this dude's about his stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you're about it, I will. That's why I love Colin. Colin is a professional.
Yeah.
Colin is 100% a
You know what I
professional.
mean?
He is.
We love you, Colin.
Yeah, like that's a professional. Like I love that. Like I get even if it's a hobby, but let's take it a little serious. You know what I mean?
If you're gonna ask other people to help you, take it serious.
Yeah.
Whether it's for fun or not.
Yeah. If I'm giving my time to you, time is money.
That's also another thing that makes me nervous about, I guess, open mics at first, not really anymore, but like even getting on a show would be nervous, would be like, dang, they're expecting me to be funny. Like if I'm not funny, it's not that myself. Yeah, I'm going to feel bad, but like I'll feel bad for the person who asked me.
Yeah.
I'll
It's a
be
whole
like,
different risk
"I'm so
reward."
sorry. I'm calling, man. I understand if you never want to, ask me again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
But that's going to be a different battle when it gets there.
Guys, we're gonna close the show right now.
Yeah, I talk too much. My bad, guys. Don't ever invite me back.
So, guys, so we'll start with you, Preston. Look at that camera. What do you want to say? Who do you want to shout out? What do you want to say?
I just want to honestly shout out to my girlfriend because she always comes and watches us and everything. Other than that, everybody that supports me, and follow me at Preston Got Jokes, and thank you for listening. Instagram, TikTok. So yeah.
All right, Morgan, what do you want to say? The same camera.
Shout out B-Rye for letting us do this. Thanks for being so supportive of us. You've been awesome. You come to all the shows. It's awesome. Thanks all the Yellow City guys. Y'all been so great to me. I appreciate it. If y'all hadn't been, I probably wouldn't still be doing this. And shout out my mom. Thanks, Mom.
Danelli, this camera, what do you got to say?
Well, I mean, again, thanks B-Rye for having us on this show. You do a great job every time. So thank you, B-Rye. Also, thanks to Yellow City Comedy for being supportive and giving us a chance. And I guess follow my YouTube channel with my comedy, Nelly D Comedy.
Nelly D Comedy.
Yep. My coworker gave me that name.
Javier, what do you got to say, man?
Said a lot today. I just want to say thank you, B. Come check out our open mics if you're interested. Follow us, Yellow City Comedy, on Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to the B-Rye Show, #1 podcast here in Amarillo.
Yes,
he
sir,
helps out
B-Rye,
all the
subscribe.
local people. And much love, man.
All right, everyone, turn off that mic. So everyone, I just want to say to everybody, thank you guys so much. Don't forget, Tuesdays, Circus Room, they'll be having open mics out there, so go ahead and check that one out. Turn it back on. Turn it back on. So we'll have the Circus Room every Tuesdays. Check it out. They have open mic. If you got what it takes to do comedy, go out there. Every Wednesdays, every two.
First and third Wednesday
Very
is
first-
Crack and Crab.
First and
third Wednesday is the Crack and Crab. So y'all go ahead and check that out if y'all want to, man. Also Thursdays at Elements every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday, guys. Don't forget to follow these guys, and then also follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and what else? That's all y'all got, right? That's all y'all got. Yellow City.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram's all we
So
got.
Facebook and Yellow City has Facebook and Instagram, guys. Also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you, guys. Yellow City, the rookies. Kevin Mason is going to be my last one, and then I'll probably bring back Colin and Saul for my last one, and close the season out. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much, man. I'll see you guys next time. We will see you next year. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
No,
See you
thank
next
you.
time.